We're going. Oh, there we go. I would like to play for 3, not like total elapsed time, just like constantly for 3 years.
True.
I think we'd run out of games and patience. Probably patience first.
You know, I'm kind of just. Never mind, I forgot where I was going with that joke.
Oh, there is a gravestone emote. That's good. Or emoji.
Oh, my stream is lagging.
Might be me considering.
It's not lagging for me.
Oh, thank the Lord Jesus.
Okay, this is working now. Oh, I was just scared seeing as the way the end of the previous stream went.
Yeah, me too. Oh,
I thought it was 2 streams ago.
Was it?
Yeah,
yes.
I think so.
Oh.
Last one was also weird, but like a different, completely never before seen kind of weird. Or like Steven was a full minute behind, but like it didn't break up into parts or anything.
Oh.
No, I think it was probably on us
20
to reload
seconds.
the page in order to catch back up to reality, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was funny to say that we were time traveling.
Okay. Oh, it
True.
kind of looked like I just gave the stream a hug for a second when I was putting up my lights, so...
I want to be your sweetheart, and never from you part.
Stormer, it was
You
one
fulfill
hug.
my dreams, and
It
it
was
always
one hug,
seems that I
Stormer.
can't find you because I put my arms around you. You truly are divine. Now let me hear those little lips say I love you.
So
Oh, say that you'll be mine.
Oh, Hype Train is 62% of the way there.
No.
Oh, man. After last time, guys, you know that you got to get a head start on this one. Last time you ran out of time. Wasted your money. Wasted.
Wasted. Hey.
So get a head start
you did.
now.
Yeah, that is a total waste of money.
Well, I like the idea of like putting money in like bits or whatever, not for Adam,
No.
but for the hype train
specifically for the hype. Yeah, that's the only like fun reason to do it, and I think the only reason anybody does it. Which I make fun of it for being just this psychotic, weird manipulation tactic because it is. But the reason, but it works. Anyway.
You can't even hype train ironically anymore because it still is people doing the thing that we don't necessarily want.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't.
I mean, we're not gonna say no.
No, I appreciate it, but like, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, nor should you. And if you're doing it so that I make a big deal out of it, stop. It's not gonna happen.
Hype Train. Hype Train.
But you should really start paying Ivan for all this free promotion.
Hype Train.
If anyone deserves this money, it's definitely Ivan.
Hype it up, guys. Hype it up. Hype it up. We want to see that hype train come rolling into the station.
It is a crime that he is the only one of us 3 that doesn't have a Twitch account.
Pay.
He'd be way better at it than the both of us combined.
Pay. Come on, guys. Pay for those tickets. Let's get it going.
Like, dude, in all of the
Grant,
forums...
this is why Joseph has him on for the AMQ streams, because he's really good at bullying people and
That's
following
exactly.
and get money and.
Well, Joseph's the bad cop. I think Ivan's the good cop.
I think we're both bad cops, and
Oh,
there
yeah?
is no good cop.
Oh, man. We spent an entire half an hour just sitting in the school in Persona 4 because of the hype train. Dude, I got like an actual headache. My head was hot after the initial hype train incident. We kind of didn't know what it was, but everyone just lost their minds.
Hype
Well, because we got the
train.
level 2 hype train. What do you mean?
Hey guys, I don't know what a hype train is. Can you show me? I'm currently putting on my socks. Do you guys want to guess?
Already? Damn.
3. I grabbed them in advance this time, so I did not forget.
Okay. And it's not... Well, you're putting them on, so it wouldn't be no socks.
I will tell you guys that it is 3 colors.
I feel like you only have so many pairs of socks, so I should just return to a previous guess.
Black, white, and blue.
Green, orange, and red.
Green, orange, red, black, white, and blue. Okay. Okay. Solid guesses. Solid guesses. Anybody can throw your guesses into the chat. I will wait until 6:12 exactly my time and interrupt whatever is being said to give the reveal.
Shoot, we got to think of something for him to interrupt us with, Martin.
I've just been having Monica monologuing as like part as like on the side of my screen. I don't know why.
I'm starting to think that this is becoming like an actual, like, I have a fake girlfriend on my computer thing, and not like a it's funny that Monica's their thing. Because you're doing that like for yourself.
If I am
completely.
doing the fake girlfriend thing, then I'm fucking not paying attention to her and ignoring her and pushing her
Yeah,
off to the side.
what, that's such a typical boyfriend move. This is becoming real. And you know what? I fully support you, and I'm here for it. World's first Monica wedding.
If only I could fucking
Yeah, that would be difficult.
damn it, the joke. It was so much
Sorry,
better than what I was
guys.
actually
It's
gonna say.
6:12 now. All right. See, we got a white with red polka dots. White with red sorry, that's only two colors, so I'll already tell you that you're farthest down on the tier list. Martin, you were very close.
Ooh, Martin's
You're very
always closer
close.
than me. That's not fair.
Adam, I forgot what you said because I only took to mind that Martin was very close.
Oh, well then I
forgot
probably
your
wasn't close. It was like green, orange, and red, I think.
All right, so we got Martin. The perfect answer would have been black, blue, and yellow. We got a yellow stripe right here, mostly blue, and I'd say that these like stripes are black.
Yeah, it kind of darker blue, but
Yeah, I'll give it enough contrast just to call it black to make it an even three colors. So black, blue, and yellow was our correct answer. Guys. Try again next time. Has someone gotten that right before? I forget.
Either incredibly close or correct at least once. Yeah, I know I've said no socks before, but that wasn't correct, and then you pulled that stunt like later, and it made me mad. If I know anything, it's that I never get it right.
Listen, guys, I'll give you a hint. There's a pattern to my sock wearing. So all you got to do is just find the pattern.
It's definitely
Simple
not
as
days
that.
of the week because it's Friday every time. I know it's not Friday this time, but you know what I mean.
Oh please, oh please, honey. They're gonna combine. They're gonna combine. They're gonna combine. They're gonna combine. Oh please, honey. That's that entire scene quoted for you.
I could have done that. All I need is the first three, and I can keep going.
Cause I got some badass feet. That's why, Strummer.
No. Where were we? I don't want to spoil shit.
We had been
tomato
walking
juice?
around, investigating.
Literally everyone's lying.
Yeah, everybody's got Cyclops.
Yeah.
We have an
True.
entire fun returning cast of Will Powers, Wendy Oldbag, and Lotta Hart are all here now. So technically suspects, which is fun. Oh, well, I guess not. Never mind.
Suspect.
Forgot about
Suspect.
the killer. Right, okay, so... Oh, yeah, okay, I remember what we were doing now. Anyway. Got our client. You did not kill this guy because Magatama said so. Hooray.
Fine.
Also just Ace Attorney being Ace Attorney. We have his stuffy manager. And then a whole bunch of other shit. I kind of forget. But, sorry. Oh, Mr. Wright. How are you?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, there were bears everywhere because everyone gives Juan Carita bears.
True. Mr. Powers, have you been there the entire time?
Oh yeah. People connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave.
I assume Ivan's gonna have to take the mantle of Phoenix a lot this episode, considering Pearl is kind of always just there.
Yeah, and 2 of 3 of the returning fuckheads are me.
True. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show?
Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai.
Is it like a hard sequel or like a soft like sequel, like just set in the same universe, or like what's the
It's a
relation?
reboot.
Well, it's like a soft reboot slash sequel. Like, it takes place further in the future, but also they change some of the lore. It's
Okay, like
it's really dense.
how faithful is it to like the I guess tone of the original?
Tone-wise, it's pretty much the same. It's sort of your normal run-of-the-mill esoteric children's program. But a lot of the lore is inconsistent, so a lot of diehard fans aren't really happy with the Nickel Samurai, but it's still just as good if you're not so picky about that.
You're describing Tears of the Kingdom.
I am?
And you're hurting my soul.
I didn't know I was.
I see.
This time there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a Love Y in Neo Old Tokyo.
So there's like romance elements?
Right, which were not present in the Steel Samurai.
Okay, I see. Wait.
I'm gonna be honest with you, my contract expired and there were some problems with my agent, so they couldn't get me back for Steel Samurai, even though I was totally down to do a season 2. So they just sort of like made shit up on the spot.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Circle back. A love what?
I love why. This girl, Seo, works at a tea shop, and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time.
I guess the Y is the shape, or the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over one girl.
Well, anyway, Seo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader.
Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3.
Yeah.
Do you consider it times 3 or times 2? Because like in Romeo and Juliet, there's 2 people, but in like the 3 brothers and 1 girl, there's 4 people total. So are you considering each relationship there like one thing, or if there's 4 people, like there's twice as many people, would you say it's times 2?
Well, a love triangle is 2 people after 1 person, and then oh, you mean like the times 3? I guess it's like
Ye-
how many suitors there are, and with Romeo and Juliet, Romeo is, I guess, the suitor, so he's 1, and then with this one, there's 3 suitors, so it's times 3. There's 3 unrequited, or no, star-crossed lover situations, so it's times 3.
Yeah, I don't know that I buy into that interpretation.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think about it that much before I said it. Nor did I plan on discussing it with you after I said it. I was sort of hoping you'd just understand what I meant and let it go. But you're a lawyer,
Okay.
so I kind of should have expected to be cross-examined in conversation. Anyway, strange thing is, the sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Oh, yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know. Miss Tayo. Did Miss Tayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theaters starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it.
Who was in Paris?
Who was in Neo Old
Who
Tokyo?
was in the old Tokyo?
I can't believe she's really considering it.
I don't know if you guys saw what I was doing with my face.
I
Yeah.
did see it. That's pretty good.
Adam, you did a meme face. How
I
did you
did?
feel?
What meme
There's like
face
a
did I
there's
do?
like a 30. What if there's like a 30-second timeout on Ask Me Anything? So if it's not a question you can answer, you have to hold your breath for 30 seconds.
It's pretty good. you. Moving on.
So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like?
I'd like to set the precedent for the 30-second rule. But I have to do that horrible thing I just did with my face every time if I don't want to answer the question.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like tried to make my face red. Was the goal. I sort of like I wanted to make my face red and cry, which I don't know how to do that on command. So I just
think about the treatment of child predators.
Oh yeah. What? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The German Ninja, well, like the samurai shows, is, you know, geared towards kids. Those guitar strings are messed up, like he's gonna cut himself tuning it. But anyway, it's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway.
What?
He was a really lousy ninja. I mean, absolutely couldn't do any of the ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing! With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm.
A ninja with a bright red guitar.
And then, the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misala. Jammin versus the Boromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3.
That's too bad for him.
Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is really something that high school girls like. Yes, Pearl?
But what happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja, will he be able to sing? What about Princess Mizola?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
But which show should I watch?
Under normal circumstances, I would tell you Nickel Samurai, because I get, paid in line. What are those called?
Royalties.
Royalties. But I'm not in it contractually, so you can watch whatever one you want. If you feel really strongly about watching both, you can tape one and watch the other, and then watch the first one.
That's not the same as watching it live, though.
I suppose not, but it's really not that different.
It's
Although,
like, listen to
I'm surprised we have a TV.
You're asking for like spoilers and like to not be a part of the discussion at that point. Like the second it's aired, people are already discussing it, so you can't hope to keep up if you're watching it after the fact.
The two studios have really started just embracing this rivalry, so what they'll do is they will spoil the episode that's going on in the other channel so you don't switch to it. It's crazy.
It's really funny.
What
There's a lot of
do
like,
they like
there's a
play?
whole...
Do they play ads for the other channel on like the ad space for the other show?
It's like political smear campaigns.
Like there's a whole like spy campaign and like a shit ton of corporate espionage between the two.
100%, just so they can get the scripts early so they can spoil it. One time they like had AI make a fake PSA where they like deep faked the CEO like kicking puppies.
Whoa, that's intense.
I know.
I can't believe she's really considering it.
Neither show is really particularly good, which is the confusing part. They're just popular.
It's like the problem is that everybody's watching it and everybody's talking about it, so at this point you can't really like I think we're supposed to show something to Powers.
To Powers. Yeah, probably. Oh wait, hold on. Penis lobster.
Plobster.
If you will. What were we supposed to... We can show him some people, we can show him some Nickel Samurai stuff.
What does he have to say about the press conference?
They called us so suddenly that something about it just seems off, you know?
You mean the press conference?
Yeah, he said, "There's something I'd like to confess if I win." I heard he faxed his request for a conference into the office only yesterday, and it scared everybody because no new employee knows what a fax is. They had to take, like, mental health days.
Yes, yeah, honestly. Yeah. That's the thing. I find it really funny that Japanese businesses still use fax. Like, just so funny.
They
like,
have to
I,
just do it because they like the noise.
I guess. Like, there was like some like hotels and stuff for like Japan that you could only book via fax. Like, they didn't have a website. You had to like call them if you want to like book in English. Like, they had someone that spoke English to like get help with over the phone, and then you had to fax them. It's like insane. Yesterday, yeah, that is kind of sudden.
But I guess his manager set everything up somehow, so he was lucky.
Nice manager.
Hey, you know your actor friend? He's dead as shit.
Yeah, what do you think about that photo of him dead?
My venture
He's
into the
dead,
Love
look at
Quest
it.
business begins on Friday. Unlike competitors, I have the research to succeed. I will make many meetings and
Sorry.
conferences with the
Oh,
boyfriend-free
sorry.
girls, and I will make profit in the business.
What? Business. How do you... You mean like a dating website? What are you talking about?
Well, in the business of love.
How does one make money in the business of love? Save
By getting a
prostitution.
boyfriend-free girl.
By selling it.
Selling
Have
love.
you ever never seen it on sale in a like convenience store?
That's a
Pretty sure,
Monogatari
like-
joke.
Exactly. Thank you.
Is it really, or did it just sound like one?
Yes, it is. It's like where he's talking to the snail chick, and then they're talking about that, and then she's like, "Love? Oh please, yeah, that stuff's cheap." He's like, "They sell it? Yeah, I saw it in the convenience store the other day." Really? Yeah, it was only 300 yen. Wow, that's cheap.
I knew it, and didn't, and did. Well, thanks for taking the time to take it out and show it to me, but I'm really sorry. I don't know a thing about it. Oh, I started last Saturday. To my dearest, old bag.
Did we already show this to her? Is that like weed?
That's
No,
what
we
we were
got
on
it.
the way to do, and then
Yeah, I think we got it like while we were
Oh.
investigating. And we
Yes.
got it from
oh,
Francisco.
Francisca just tossed it on the table and didn't want it.
I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you.
That has something to do with like the Cyclops.
Probably.
Hey, let's throw it at her. Let's see if it works.
Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Well then, how about I tell you my measurements?
Damn, old bag.
Okay, let's find
Got
out.
that senior citizen riz. Can't believe I just said that with my mouth.
Yes, that would be great. Please.
She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
I know.
Like, why does she need to tell you how much she can measure with a ruler?
No, Pearl. Senior
resistant.
What?
Steven's got me feeling some kind of way.
Alright, I'll be more honest with you now.
Have
For
we
now.
seen 4? I think 4 is the highest number of blocks we've seen.
Yeah,
This is
I think
old. She's a very guarded old lady.
Old bag
Four-
hard
four-
red. Dude, Old Bag is definitely the toughest boss in Justice for All. Like, the difficulty curve. Like, I know this is the final case, but even the final boss is not as difficult as this, so I hope you guys are ready to play your hearts out.
this is the equivalent of Orstein and Smo in the original Dark Souls. The rest of the game's a cakewalk after this.
Precisely. To Killer, he only has, like, 2 locks.
There's 2 locks, and for one of them, you have to present his own profile.
Don't you know who I am, Mr. Riot? Yes. Damn. Well then please, tell us what you saw.
Oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at a youngin's expense.
Martin, can you do me a favor?
What?
So, like, if Old Bag was a Dark Souls boss, what are her like wind-up animation quotes? Like, what are her tells?
So, obviously, one of them is her, like, preparing to fire the little radiation laser that takes a few years off your life.
Yes.
But, like, in the future.
Which is a permanent status effect that decreases your, like, HP bar. So even if you lose to the fight, like, and you die, your health is still, like, decreased, even though it's, like, you're loading a previous save. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's crazy.
So, obviously there's that one. I mean, she kind of spams that attack for how powerful it is, but like, you know, that's why
Yeah,
she's.
it's got a really weird like activation range where like it doesn't activate at long range, it does in like mid range, and if you're like on top of her, she won't do it, but like as soon as you're like a few feet away from her, she does. So it's
Really,
especially
really
since the
bizarre.
game's like melee based, it's usually you're at like mid range, like so she'll be spamming it, and then like in order for her to not activate it, you basically have to be in the process of hitting her. Like if you're like approaching her, she'll activate it like right up until you hit her. So it's
I
like
know
really
that
annoying to try
after
and get a hit
the
in.
fight, she like eats a donut, and then she basically recovers full health back again.
It's
so it's
so
pretty
BS.
much three. It's pretty much 3 phases, even though it technically is only 2,
Like,
which is
because
weird.
what you're supposed to do is hit the donut out of her hand. But if you don't know that you're supposed to do that, like the first time it happens, you're just not prepared for it.
And you just fudge.
So you can only hit it out of her hand if you get like the donut box item,
Yeah.
like before the fight. So
Like
they
this
didn't
whole
try to.
fucking side quest. It's so bullshit.
And you can like lock yourself out of it by like killing
Yeah.
like the
If
guy
you-
who's actually an enemy
you
in the
kill
beginning.
Mike
of the game.
Meekins and you just can't do it. But it's so funny to kill Mike Meekins.
It is like everybody kills Mike Meekins. No one like it's such a funny like starter joke in the game. Just like for like people who come into the game, it's
The
like
true
the whole
ending
joke.
has you
is
kill
Mike
him.
Meekins.
What the like? It's so fucking stupid.
Did you know that there is actually a way? Because like that donut thing always activates like whenever she hits 50%. Like she'll do it repeatedly.
Yeah.
So the only way to like get past that point without having the donut box item is to manage to like stun her mid that, and then she'll drop it, and you have to go and pick it up.
Yeah, I had to watch a whole like supplemental video guide about how to do that, and my build wasn't right, so I had to go reallocate all my stats. It took like 2 hours.
I know that you can literally only reallocate your stats once. So if you do not set that up, you literally have
Yeah,
to just
thank
completely
God that I
change
didn't
your
even
build.
know that was in the game till like way later.
Insane.
I'm sorry, where were we?
Dude, Wendy Oldbag's tough.
I am a little devil after all. That's her new catchphrase.
He said that and then shoots you. Doesn't that imply that you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want.
We are an attorney.
I forgot what question she asked.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
You are on God's lawyer, aren't you?
Well, yes, but
Well, then forget it. There's no way I'm telling you.
why?
I am a little devil after all.
Oh, that was a smooth like
Transition back into what we were.
true. Yeah.
That's Juan's autograph.
Yes, it is.
One David.
And it even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it. It's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? It can't be the stupid fast food mascot, that fucking bitch.
What if this is Wendy, the fast food mascot?
True.
They just used her likeness without permission.
Dude, it could be. That's intense.
Which is
That's-
really, like, it's resembled in the fight really well, because sometimes you can't even see, because there's Wendy's pop-up ads that you have to close your mouse while playing.
And like the game
It's
is
really
totally
weird.
like controller. Like the game is made for controllers, so you have to like swap from your controller
Yeah.
into keyboard.
If you're
Well,
playing
it works
you have to,
really
like,
easy on
go
like
into
it works
settings.
really easy on PS4, PS5 because you can use the touchpad thing to close it.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing on Xbox, it's just a massive fuck you.
Yeah, honestly.
Which, I mean, if you're playing the unoptimized Xbox version, that's kind of on you anyway. That's not a good way
True.
to experience Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All.
Honestly.
Well, it may say Wendy. But somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Whoa. She must really want this autograph.
Dude, we got the donut box.
Did they seriously fucking put 4 locks there just for that visual gag?
Yes.
It's funny.
My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan.
Yeah, that one was a
Good.
meme one.
good.
A bit early? Nah, you're late.
I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, you take it.
I tell you, I saw him at that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding.
Oh no, my table. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's bloody body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business.
One's bloody battle goes really hard.
It does. It's my favorite side quest. And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it. Maybe more. Gift certificate? You get those?
You get that? Yeah, if you like to divulge important testimony in a murder case, they'll give you like a Burger King gift card.
I thought snitches get stitches. That's what Biggie Tom told Maya.
Shit. Do you think the killer is Biggie Tom?
I think that I feel like he's more of like he's one of like Killer Tom's like 4 generals or something. He's one of the 4 generals of Killer Tom.
Biggie Tom and then
Tom.
the killer.
Big fucking lore episode, dude. All right, like
I'm loving this. The Wendy Oldbag boss battle, the Biggie Tom
Juan's
4
bloody
generals.
battle.
Juan's bloody- Look, if you guys are, we are here, the premier #1 Ace Attorney lore channel. So if you're not ready to get down and dirty into the gory details, and I mean gory, of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, then Ligma balls.
True. True.
I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Mr. hasn't done anything bad. I don't care.
Damn.
I just know he did it to my poor Juan. I just do. That yellow bellied chicken. Yellow chicken? I wonder what that would taste like.
Look like Big Bird.
I trust my senses.
Whoa.
I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it.
What did Mr. Ongard ever do to deserve this? What did Mr. Ongard do to make you so
Oh man, we're really getting into the Hollywood stuff right now.
true?
You don't know? That guy, he friend my Juan,
Oh,
created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
okay. That's not what I was thinking.
Mr. Nick, he friend Juan for the adrenochrome.
That's what I was thinking.
What is it?
What's this scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
And why did they ask me to do a blood test when I got over here? They didn't ask you or Maya for a blood test. They only asked me.
Only at this convention of actors did they ask me, the small child, to do a blood test. That's so weird.
Really bizarre.
I'm so, man. I know we decided by a football draft, but why Pearl is too fucking perfect in the fucking actor scenario. All right,
True. Honestly.
so many jokes.
Dude, I'm telling you, the adrenochrome case is the best one in Justice for All.
Now, Bellboy fucking is doing all the adrenochrome. Okay, like that's how he's stayed so youthful with that fucking split down his skull.
By all accounts, he should be dead.
Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and a wild temptress mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about?
Thank you for putting it in quotes. Adrian Andrews, of course.
Adrian
Well,
Andrews is a man.
That guy, he shoved this girl onto Juan on purpose.
His own manager, but why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
Well, I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And you have proof that Mr. Elmgard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Ugh, of course, a tabloid.
She's from the future.
True. Kind of like us talking to our future selves last time.
Right.
Mm.
Oh.
This week. Doesn't that mean that it's something that people don't know about yet?
Dude, we were not tipped off by the space helmet and laser gun, but she's definitely from the future. Like, she's just staring us in the face.
Well, that's why she's so old. We need to find the Wendy Oldbag of the past and tell her.
No, that'll mess with the space-time continuum.
Well, that's who the note is referring to, not this Wendy Oldbag, but Wendy Oldbag 80 years ago, which is technically the present now.
Dude, I love Steven so much. The bellboy did so much adrenochrome while watching Battle Pits that his skin fell off. Skin fall off, I guess, established lore. So now he has to wear a skin suit, and the only one that was his size had the zipper on the wrong side, so that's why he looks like that. See, again, Steven. Great example of perfect lore. He became the battle pit. Exactly. I love this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a very deep metaphor.
Yeah. See, it's perfect. You guys are paying perfect attention. It's not fair because Steven has played this game before and knows all of this already, but
But it's good catch up, honestly.
yeah.
True.
Okay.
Well, you guys don't
Divorce. Oh, Gumshoe's house. There he is.
Wait, he's different. Why is he different? I don't like that he's different.
Well, he looked this way in... Like, this is the same picture from Gumshoe's house. But this is the proto-badger, as in the prototype design.
But, like, it didn't... Did it look like that in the eight? Did it look like the Blue Badger?
I'm fairly certain it always looked like that. Only in Rise from the Ashes do we see, like, the finished design cardboard cutout thing. But that's, like, the thing that's been on his desk every time we've been here.
I'm not going to think about it too hard.
All of them look evil in different fun ways. Yes.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Only that terrifying creature.
Great. Now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Thanks, Francisca. They said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they are done?
Okay. I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick? That and steal that creature. It's kind of cute.
That's right. It's true.
Nick, what is that stuffed animal's name?
That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's this precinct's mascot, you know?
But so, like, if that's the old one, then, like, but the new one was already invented because the Rise from the Ashes. And
No.
still-
The Blue Badger lore is exactly consistent and perfect always.
And Wendy Oldbag is a time traveler, and wow.
Mr. Wright, is this girl lost?
No, she's with me.
Oh. I remember her being older and black-haired.
I'm from the future. The pass. No.
Do you, is th- is this man holding you against your will, little girl?
No, I would never.
Uh,
I'm feeling lightheaded. It's because my blood got drawn, and I'm 7.
who drew your blood? You go to the doctors?
Some Hollywood exec.
What? If you'd like to file a police report, I have the forms right here.
It's nothing that unusual.
They made me sign a contract, which is legally binding because I'm 7.
It isn't legally binding for that very reason.
It was a minor binding contract, so it works.
I had Maya sign up for me, and she's 18, so that means she's legal responsible for me.
And your primary guardian is an 18-year-old girl?
Yeah.
I have some calls to make. Oh, right, the blue bastard. I forgot. Sorry. Look, I'll get him assigned mascot of every police station if it's the last thing I do.
I hope you succeed in your mission, sir.
I hope you're doing okay. Man. Oh, man is here.
Man.
Man.
True.
Oh, the lawyer dude. So what'd you find out?
Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating.
I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude.
Oh, really?
I do like my on guards thing. Or if that's what. I don't know if that's even what this is.
Yes and no. There's like different songs that play when you're investigating places. Like there's like little. That's like the opening one, and then they'll do like more intense ones as they go along, right? So like in the first game there's opening and there's core, and this one has a middle and it's unique in that way. This is like the middle investigation theme, but it pretty much only plays when you're talking to Matt on guard, so people are like, nah, that's his theme song. And then to make up for that, they spam it in Trials and Tribulations, so don't worry, the song isn't going away.
Good. Can you tell me about your activities last night?
Oh, forgot the award. I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my Nickel Samurai costume.
And you were alone the entire time.
My manager was running around being busy, so yeah.
Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show.
I told you, dude. I have no idea about any press conference, alright?
That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess.
Oh, that was confusing me. Okay, apparently the post-ceremony stage show and the press conference are two different activities.
Makes sense.
Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy.
Mr. Karida was already dead at that time.
Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager.
I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own.
Well, and that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. He was like, "One more thing, pal." And I'm like, I know what television is. My manager made me watch Columbo. She was like, "It's really good." And I'm like, okay. But it's like, all the episodes are like as long as movies, which I just kind of got bored and played iPad.
Played iPad. Mommy, manager, can I play iPad now?
Mrs. Andrews, do you have games on your phone?
I do not.
What?
I only happen to have very important applications on my phone that are related to my business. I have games on my personal phone that I only carry on my person when I'm in my home.
Well, Mrs. Andrews, why do you need two phones? Aren't you responsible enough to not play Candy Crush at work?
Well, You see, I have a personalized phone for each one of my clientele.
Mrs. Andrews, that sounds really expensive.
Well, I do happen to make a lot of money by being a manager for several famous actors.
Wait, I'm not the only person you manage?
The fact that you were even under that impression in the first place.
I thought we had something special,
Yeah, I
babysitter
haven't.
lady. I'm going to my room.
You have
about-
fun then.
I will, but not because you told me to. I'm taking the iPad with me. Coco Melon!
The victim. He fucking loves Coco Melon.
Dude, this is my favorite. It's awesome.
How about you and the victim, Mr. Juan
Oh.
Cabrera? What sort of...
This got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his. You can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try to make a gem and ninja movie, even though we all know it'd fail.
The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right?
Well, yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. Dab. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway?
What's up with them in, like, Grand Prix? They had
The magicians.
Well, I think it's supposed to be the same Grand Prix.
Is it the same Grand Prix?
I don't know. They had the magicians Grand Prix, so I guess they have the actor Grand Prix as well. Like every
I like
single
the idea that
profession
this-
has a Grand Prix.
I like the idea that, like, F1 racing is just, like, really popular in this world, so, like, everybody does, like, everybody who's anybody does it, and that's how they determine anything.
It doesn't actually matter about the quality of the show. It just matters how good they are at like
Yeah, how
racing.
good they are, right?
That determines the quality.
That's why I always wear my racing
like-
jacket. I gotta stick with the trends. But, dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know? Oh. Is there anything?
What does he have to say about his dead rival?
Yo, dude. Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but I'm not gonna buy this awesome picture of this dead dude. Even though it is baller. Mrs. Andrews definitely wouldn't let me put it up in my room because it's too violent.
It's like Mr. Tiger Woods, a baller at car accident.
Oh. Mrs. Andrews won't let me say swears. Your mom must be like super cool, but also she's not my mom.
I haven't seen Auntie Morgan.
Whoa, wait. Your mom is Morgan Faye?
How do
She
you know
fucking runs the— oh, shoot. She freaking runs this joint, dude. Iron Fist. One of Biggie Tom's 4 generals. She was promoted faster than any of the other 4 generals.
I didn't even know she was in jail. I thought that we got the me in jail.
Me.
Me?
Me.
Well, yeah, Morgan Faye is definitely in jail. She got locked up for all that crime that she assisted.
Oh, so Morgan and me.
We got them both, yeah. Locked
Okay.
up.
Good.
Unless we spring them from this joint. Me. Well,
Well, because the last important thing we heard is that Wendy Oldbag heard some noise, something noisy.
yeah.
What do we get with, like, her Magatama thing?
We
What
haven't
does she, like,
checked
say?
yet, but yeah, maybe it'll like give us a hint as to where to go next. We can just back out. 'Cause
No,
genuinely,
we have to, like, we have to lose some health to back out, I think. Just, like, make it, like, make it feel earned and, like, to add some, like, weight to our actions.
whatever you say.
Lada, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room?
I told you, didn't I? For my scoop.
What I want to know about what I want to know about are the details of this the scoop.
Oh wait, also, Oldbag said that she sold the information to a tabloid. So I mean,
Ah. No, we didn't get any evidence from her though.
What if we like are we
Yeah,
able
but
to
we
like
need-
present her profile
Yeah, maybe.
like that?
Because the four dialogue options, Ace Attorney gaslit me into thinking that we're done with Wolfpack. But that's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter.
All right then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you are looking into a scandal.
Eh.
Could it be that you, a lot of heart, were looking for a huge break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carida and me. Oh,
Me.
Maya.
You need.
Oh, don't
you
we
need-
like actually know the answer to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Maya.
Man, I was hoping one of you would excitedly say it, and then I could pick it. I have to start using these mental games now to get the right answer. Heck is that?
I
You think us journalists are all a bunch of idiots? Most of us are.
Why couldn't you? That's my sister. Or my.
Cause
Is it? The nature of our relationship causes me confusion.
because not often does a cousin have to take an 18-year-old cousin have to take care of a 9-year-old 8. Okay.
But also, so Morgan is her Pearl's mom, right?
And Maya's aunt, yes.
Yeah. But like, what's her stupid nickname for Morgan?
Whose stupid nickname?
Pearls.
I don't. Mom.
That's a stupid name.
It's not a nickname. Who's this person anyway?
You're such a pro, why don't you do your own research to figure it out? Let's try again, shall we? Could it be that you, a lot of heart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Unfolding scandal between Juan Carida and this person? Could it have been,
I think I happen to know the correct answer for this one. However, I would not like to reveal such information because it would jeopardize me ending the sentence without coming up with a joke first.
You don't have to have a joke every time.
is
Sometimes,
it one the old bag?
if you don't have anything particularly funny to say, you can keep going until you do.
Oh.
That's what I just did.
No, not keep going as in keep talking. I mean, let it go and move on.
I'm not good at that.
I know.
I think that
That is Matt Ungard's gloves. He's got those hit stick. Is that his gadget?
his glooves.
His
Yeah,
grooves?
his hit sticks.
Is that the twist? It's a toy that he just likes to play with? It's not a real gadget?
Well, it's his gizmo, dude.
It
Like,
is
he
his
has
gizmo.
watches on his hand in the photo too.
True. Before he was an actor, he was a hand model.
That's how you scouted. Oh, I think it was someone who Wendy Oldbag talked about.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're starting to make progress here.
I
Are
actually
you
just
go-
forgot her name. It's like Arthur Morgan, right? Am I crazy?
Uh,
What the fuck is her name?
Ditch! We gotta get the ass.
Dutch, I think we gotta get some ass.
Arthur! Just one last job. Gotta get the ass.
But Dutch, why do we need ass? What good is that gonna do for us?
It's a new world out there, Arthur. The West is being tamed. We're running out of ass. So we're the only ones that got it. Arthur, we're in a good position.
But
One
how are we
last
gonna
job.
get the ass?
Oh, Adrian Andrews. Okay.
Arthur Morgan. Adrian Andrews is a man.
Uh,
This woman.
She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Ongard's manager.
Oh, I just got the page 2 thing, Steven. Thank you.
The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin Ninja.
Sorry if you see my shirt constantly doing that, but it's goddamn hot in here. So you're gonna have to deal with it. If only I had TC Tuggers, the only shirt with a tugging knob.
Well, dude, honestly, I need me one of those.
I wouldn't mind it.
We should. That's an opportunity right there.
Do you think they sell TC Tuckers at Dan Flash's?
God, that would be a crossover.
I don't
Only
think.
if the designs are really complicated.
TC Tuckers with a fucking insane pattern.
Yeah.
You got to remember those that remember there's not really a whole lot else that's special about them.
No, there's not a lot of styles. They come in like 2 colors.
But imagine a super fucking complex pattern leading right up to the knob, dude.
That would go hard, and they definitely need to both make a shirt together. These two.
What if,
Season
like,
4, get on it.
Yeah, come on, season 4 of I Think You Should Leave with Tin Ryan.
I'm forgetting everyone's name tonight. My brain is not working.
Sorry.
what if like
That's not a
on, like,
prerequisite
the
for doing
shirt-
this.
What if like on the shirt they had like Saint Michael the Archangelo,
Archangelo.
Archangelo. Hey, homies. Oh, God, I hate those guys. I love Archangelo and the East Side Gentlemen. Saint Michael the Archangel is stepping on the neck of the serpent, but instead of the neck of the serpent,
Alright.
it's the tugger.
Oh.
So whenever you pull the tugger, dude, and that.
I
That's
jumped the
there
gun
too.
a little bit.
No, you jumped the gun in a good direction. That is there too.
I may have.
Let's play a little game of what was Adam thinking about.
All right, guys. You all know who else is on there and what part is there on that tugger. So, like when you're tugging, dude, there's a lot of like metaphors being made when you tug on like Saint Michael's feet and that part.
Lot of heart.
Would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it?
You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. You can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make papers. Gotta have backup.
Back up.
Yeah. Gotta have that, what's it called? The news sauce?
You mean news source?
Yeah, that's it.
I thought she meant poop sauce.
What? Anyway, show me something that Juan guy had something with Miss Andrews, which we do not have.
It's the
Oh, the tomato juice. There's gotta be the tomato
photo
juice.
of the murder scene.
Oh, wait, no, this is -3 points. What the fuck? This
Yes,
game
it
just
is.
gets hard.
That's good. Hey, let's do it again. Let's do it again so that we can scrape you over.
Thanks, Becca. You're just in time for your favorite part ever, which is them losing health purpose. You really think I'm
Well,
some kind of
also-
idiot, don't you?
Also, isn't it the only way to get out of the lock then?
No, you can just press back and leave at any time without
No,
any penalty.
we need to fight our way out. We need to fight our way through the gates.
You don't
burning
need to kill
everything.
yourself in order to leave the
No,
investigation.
in fact, that's the whole point of the Magatama, is that you don't typically have all the evidence that you need to crack it immediately, so you can check into it, see what you need, and see where you need to go.
I think we need to have Phoenix kill himself.
I think Phoenix needs to like destroy his suit and soul right here.
Don't you know pros don't go for a lead without proof it's something worth going after?
Ugh. Well, if the pro we're talking about is you, then it looks right up your alley.
You're gonna go Mike Ermintrout. As if.
Looks like I touched a nerve there.
Dude, this is the face I make every time this happens. Now listen here, city boy. Show me a good solid new sauce or else.
Yeah, it's Wendy Oldbag.
That was another solid, like, transition back to the loop around.
It's true. It's Wendy Oldbag. She's the source of our information, so that means that's
She
all
is
the
the
proof we
new
need.
sauce. That actually does make a funny kind of sense.
Oh,
And then Phoenix died, and then Maya also died by the killer.
Bad ending. This is the case with the bad ending.
is
This
it?
is it, dude. The miracle. It's gonna happen.
The miracle never happened.
This is this. Which I've heard that they fix it, but I really fucking hope they don't.
We will mod it back into.
Honestly, if that's something I can do, I'll fucking do it.
What's the bedroom over there?
That's a bed. Wow, they really do beds here.
God, I'm sweating like a
That
hog.
big. You is a hog.
I thought I was a hog.
Oh, she also has a.
That's true. We can take a peek in this fun thing that won't take forever. Oh, she's also got 4 of them.
But hers probably is less of a meme.
Yeah.
Why was Juan Carida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed.
Your vain attempts to imitate my intonation will not get you any bonus points with me.
I used to think she
Actually,
was sexy until Martin started doing the voice, and now I don't anymore.
Hey, look at killer looks, even more killer voice.
What?
This is great. Because it's grating, and it'll kill you
Oh.
if you listen to it too.
It's because for all my Persona 5 fans out there, this is a femme fatale right here. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Onguard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Karida.
Damn. We're not that close.
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
Really selling herself down the river there.
Well, I feel like the same proof that we have that we would give to Lotta would also
Yeah.
be the one that we give to her here.
I
Like,
agree.
prove that she had some sort of connection with Juan.
Yeah.
With Juan David.
So we could probably go to Juan's room.
Oh, right. There were supposed to be bears in here, but we can't find any of them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no...
I've given up on that. I've got no more hope.
Yeah, there's no, like, music in this room. I think we've seen everything. There was, like, a whole scene with Gumshoe kicking us out, or Francisca showing up and kind of kicking us out a little bit.
There was the bed that we could examine.
Yes.
Yeah, you never know what might be changed with the bed.
So that's a bed, right?
Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Mr. Nick is so soft.
Big beds must be a rarity for her.
I sleep on the floor.
Mm.
Good.
Do you think he knows the hot goss? He's an actor, right? Oh shit. I did it. My instinct. I really owe you one.
Good.
If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what would have happened. What you did. It was a real tight spot I was in, and you fought so hard to get me out.
You're
I don't,
welcome.
I don't care what happens. I'll never forget everything you've done for me.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
This is our first ever paying client. Reminder.
True. True. It's a miracle right there.
Give us the goss. Well, he debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know.
Really?
Damn.
For real?
Oh, it started out small. First it was singing contests, then swimming competitions, it was bowling tournaments, and who could throw the best New Year's parties. One was always trying to one-up Matt. But lately those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things.
Like NASCAR.
Like massacres, yes.
I said NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, the NASCAR massacre was... Ooh. Almost as bad as Juan Carida's blood battle What was that? What you said?
I meant NASCAR, as in the Grand Prix, but okay.
No, I know. But what was the blood? Was it
Yeah,
blood?
Monica Ryder's blood battle.
Blood. Okay.
Bloody battle, something, yeah.
I thought that no good would come of it all, so I began to worry.
Too bad Juan's story ended so soon. So
Oh.
sad.
Was the nasally manager my girlfriend? No.
Yes.
Because no one that would ever date me would be described as having it all together. I'm
But
kidding.
what is that?
Don't read into that too much. Anyone listening. I just thought that would be a fun punchline. Fucking, what about fucking her? Hey, that's Mrs. Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. And then I heard her speak. It's funny, she said the same thing about me. Weird.
So, Mr. Powers likes woman. Unexpected.
What is that supposed to mean?
What do you know about Mrs. Andrews? Miss Andrews, sorry.
Adam, IK ben
This
bang
is
dat
the love
geniet
lie.
baknar panty razias got. Je zult binnenkort gedwangen worden
And
om de
Detail
brisk
are
of shame
also
thee
likes it.
drinken.
Well,
That would be a love X, dude.
Dude, it's because this is Phoenix with an X.
right, my boyfriend Nick. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? Well, there's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
Do
Oh,
I have rheumatism?
well, if you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. Also, I used to have a speech impediment as a kid, but it's all cleared up now.
At least I don't have a list. I just have rheumatism. Why did they make that list have so hard to pronounce?
Well, it wouldn't
People
be
with
if you...
rheumatism.
It's true. He's so happy, he looks just like a lion that's found his next meal. Damn.
Oh, here's the guy. There we go. We've unlocked the hot goss.
Would you mind telling me about this gossip?
Oh, so you are interested? I figured you would be.
Yeah.
I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. He's not involved in any of the fun parties, so he just has to read about it. Oh,
He's the only celebrity that doesn't even get invited to the adrenochrome parties, dude.
no, he's on
He's
like
very-
children's TV programs, and he's really nice. Will Powers is
that-
the best.
He's like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Aw. Mr. Powers rules.
True. Oh,
So sad he got
really?
blacklisted by the industry.
I know. That's what happens when you don't go to the adrenochrome parties.
Honestly.
Well, yeah, so take a look at this. And he's too nice to understand that that's what, like, happened to him. He just, like, thinks it's really difficult to get a job.
It's funny.
Like, wow, this whole actor thing is a lot less glitz and glamour than I thought it would be. I'm still having fun, though. It's all about the kids, you know? I hope they're having fun.
Everyone else takes that sentence the wrong way, except Will Powers.
Wait, what'd I say?
It's all about the kids.
Oh, yeah, he's the only one that means that, like, genuinely. Because you're right, it would be all about the kids for all of them. Sorry, I just got that. My bad. It's very clever.
Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous?
I think it's pronounced Rondevezes, but to the
I thought it was
mysterious...
pronounced Rendezvous.
Rendezvous, like the golden woo.
Rendezvous.
In a land long before time. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA Battery. Well, you see now, don't you?
What?
You can't stop pretending to, you can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Carita didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA, me!
Oh my god.
You're Juan Carita's manager?
Yeah, dude, it's me the whole time.
Shit. That's intense.
The twist
gonna
villain is
cast
it's
him?
me.
And you were gonna cast him in Battletips too?
I was. He would have been perfect. Like, look at him, dude. He's
He would've
sexy
been
as hell.
perfect. He would have been perfect, honestly. Save for the fact he's 21.
What?
I'm saying, I guess I was just more commenting on just the fact he does not look like he's 21.
No.
Matt Ungard was right.
That's true. I'm almost as old as Matt Ungard. Oh, man.
Damn.
I started playing these games a couple of years after this one, and now I am this.
Damn.
Pretty soon you'll be question mark, question mark.
Soon I will be this. Yeah, like 2 years from now,
I
when they stop
started
counting my
there.
age.
I started there, now I'm here, and pretty soon I'll be this.
Dude, 3 years? That's me.
She is 24.
Well, the current present her that looks exactly the same as that is 24, yeah. Because this old
Damn.
back is from the future, that's the laser gun.
Adrian Andrews,
Yeah, exactly. This is big news.
but it seems kind of odd that woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client.
Scandal. Oh!
Oh, it's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers is so happy.
Oh, does he like the celebrity gossip because he thinks they're in love? And he thinks it's sweet?
I guess. It's the only possible explanation. Pearls is just following along. Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling.
Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Which is,
Damn.
I believe, your evidence collecting philosophy. According to what
True.
Maya said.
True.
I dig the garbage too.
That's very good. I'm glad you're doing all your chores. So we'll probably, this one, probably good first one, because we were just one step away from cracking it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Also, it's literally in case 2 of this game where she digs through the garbage.
Oh, that's,
True.
yeah, we do
Yeah.
do that. Like the incinerator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The news.
Let's get right into the
Into the
news.
I'm thinking about a tagline for my, I was thinking about doing a podcast. Instead of like celebrities, what I'll do is like, I mean, everyone's talking about celebrities. What about like smaller celebrities, like internet celebrities, right?
Oh, that
And
sounds
I
like a
wanna,
that's
I wanna
something
alert
good.
people about all the drama. What do you call a show like that?
I feel like if you want to take it like in the literal direction, you could call it like trying to alert people about the drama. Maybe
Yeah.
something like drama alert.
That's
Philip
fucking
DeFranco.
stupid.
Philip DeFranco.
I'll do that. Is that like my new cool?
Scarce.
What is?
H3H3.
If only Madangard was here, he'd be so happy.
It would be he'd be crying. This is an article from a certain weekly tabloid.
I hate that for role research, because obviously I research every role that I do on the show. Every funny voice is like meticulously researched. I have to go watch a whole bunch of Coco Melon so I can make jokes about it, which I should have done already for Edgeworth and Paper Mario, but whatever.
I mean, Cocomelon's on Netflix, dude.
Yeah.
Also YouTube, but let's just ignore that. It's on Netflix.
Oh, before next time, I will have watched one episode of Kokomo.
Good. Get on top of it, please.
Yes, sir.
Average virgin Coco Melon fan versus Chad baby sensory videos enjoyers.
Both of them, I would not let my kid near now.
What do you mean? The spinning pineapple makes me smarter, and now I understand depth perception. I didn't understand until the ripe old age at 20.
I mean, it is hard to get, like, honestly. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Mr. Karida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. On Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Karida's door, Mr. Karida's.
Man!
Miss Karida.
I think it's Karita. I'm like 99% sure it's Juan Karita.
I don't think you are allowed to talk.
I am? Isn't that what you want me to do?
I thought
Nope.
it was Kazuto Kirigaya.
Well, if you don't want me to talk, then I'm doing it.
So,
Also, I tried to find pictures of him, and I couldn't find that guy anywhere.
yeah, he spends most of his time gaming, so.
It's called a screenshot.
You were looking into Mr. Karida and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you?
You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting in a public hotel.
But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news.
What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing was that? They ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. I was gonna like walk in on them having sex. Well, at least I do. That's what I was doing. Getting photos of them just going to absolute pound town. Cover the girlies' ears, would you?
Oh.
Just horizontal monster mash type garbage. Just absolute raw dog. You didn't hear none of this, okay, girly? You go get like a chocolate bar or something.
I thought sex was when they were asking the stork for a baby. They'd call him on the telephone.
Look, if you're real freaky, you get a stork involved, but I've never been a part of anything like that. But look, I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading, and spice it up a little. Have myself an exclusive story.
Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there.
What class am I taking? 5 high-level computer science courses and 1 geology, and the geology is the most annoying so far.
What do you mean? The rock study is very interesting.
Apparently, she is like, you can take the chapter quizzes as many times as you want. You don't have to read the book necessarily. And I'm like, okay.
That's what we like to see.
And she's taking this from like a very, very frequently used Geo 101 book. So all of the like Quizlets that happen to have the exact same worded questions, you just Google the question, find the answer. They're right there.
Awesome.
So I'm set for the semester, I think.
That's what we call winning.
Yeah. I already finished up writing my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, the note to myself is gone.
You note to yourself?
It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. I didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me.
Maybe they're having an affair.
My camera and the sticky note?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll start checking in rooms, just watching them go to absolute raw dog pound town. Big style.
I'll contact the stork. I'm on the case.
Thanks, girly. I'll give you a nickel if you can find my $1,600 camera.
Fuck, dude, I lost my $1,500 phone. I like the idea of like just classifying it like, oh, I lost my camera. I've lost my $1,600 camera.
Oh, I lost my $22,000 video camera.
Dude,
Oh.
you joke about that? The worst teacher I've ever had ever. The first high school like video teacher kept saying how much money the camera was every time he brought it up. Yeah, our $22,000 camera. $22,000 camera. 22. So when she says $1,600 camera, I get the same like panging memory in my brain. I hate it so much.
We get it. Cameras are expensive. We get it.
Yeah, you have 3 of them. You blew the entire budget on a news show that nobody fucking watches. Good job, Mr. Fuck You. I hate him. I hate him so much. He made me work on my birthday. He almost got me kicked out of homecoming. He fucking he told me to go back into a whole nest of wires and cords, and when I tripped over them, he got mad at me, even though he asked me to do it, and then said, "That's why I don't let anyone back there." What the fuck are you talking about, you senile motherfucker? You told me to do that 2 seconds ago. And he hated me, but made me do all the work because I was the only one that he could trust to do it. What a dick. His wife also hates me, which is so funny, because we were on like a field trip or something, going to like this convention thing where we're going to compete. And by the way, every single video program had something to show by the end of the competition, and ours sucked mega balls and was the worst by far. And I blame him for that. And his wife was a chaperone, and we went to this Denny's, and I brought my phone, and I left my phone in the Denny's. So we walk about 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, sorry, I left my phone. Can we go back? My bad. Of course, I was a little kid, so I probably wasn't that tactful and normal about it. I'm probably like, I'm sorry, I left my phone. Can we go back and get it? And she called me Spacey, and I hated her.
That's why Adam's background is the space.
No! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cram an entire year of why I hate this teacher lore into like a collective 30 seconds where I didn't breathe when I talked, but there you go. $1,600 camera.
$1,600 camera is what we like to see.
And if you ever want to refer to this mental breakdown I just had later, you can call him Mr. Ballsack. Which isn't too far off from his name.
It's not too far off.
We had a lot of fun nicknames, but I don't want to tell you because they're way too close. The farthest I can get away is Ballsack, and it's also really close.
True.
I'm sorry, I won't do that again. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. It's with people now, anyway. I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me.
Really want that note back, huh? No idea why, though. The story on that note is probably... No idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bald-faced lie.
I think that him and me dealing with him marks the most recent time I've ever cried in a classroom setting. But like, not in public. I waited until I was alone. But like, goddamn, I hated him so much. It's not even funny. What did we just get for doing that?
They've renamed our camera. We probably presented to her.
Oh, okay.
It's not a $1,600 camera anymore.
And I just bought that camera for guess how much? Who did it? The thieving rascal?
Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that.
When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet.
And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you.
Yeah, I don't got the money. I'm down 1,600 bucks.
I carry a revolver with me everywhere I go.
That's awesome.
I got it.
I don't.
Heartlands.
Oh,
Can we go to...
yeah. Gumshoe's house? Is that what
Also,
you were thinking?
I think we can present the first piece of evidence for Adriana Andrews.
That's
thing.
true. We're probably gonna get some new stuff here, I hope. Detective Gumshoe said they had.
Don't fucking call him that, dude.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do not.
That
It's not
was
cool.
That was I read that, thought it'd be funny to say it, decided against it, and then accidentally did anyway.
That is not cool, dude.
I know. I'm sorry. I
Not
regretted it
cool.
instantly.
Good.
Detective Damn it. Detective
Dude,
Gumshoe. No.
This is not funny.
I'm sorry. I know it's not funny. That's why none of us are laughing. Detective.
Just stop doing that.
Detective Gumshoe.
He worked so hard for us, and
I
you're
know,
making
I
a
know.
mockery of his name right now.
Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Hey, so you came, pal.
Diet cock. I
Miss-
mean, diet. I mean,
Mr. Phoenix called you Detective Gumshoe.
I did not do that on Well, yeah,
Because
I
he knew
did.
you were coming.
Exactly.
I hate it when people do that.
I'm sorry.
It's so not funny. So not funny.
I can't imagine that was a good high school nickname.
Well, that wasn't even the worst of it. Since I joined the police force, it's gotten worse.
Really. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll never do it again. And I'm sorry, Detective I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Phoenix. Mr. White, Mr. Nick, I have a speech impediment too.
No, I don't. I'm a lawyer. I know how to talk good. But why the blunt greeting?
Because that's nothing to be friendly or happy about.
I'm sorry. We can still be friends, Detective Gumshoe. It will never happen again.
Yeah, better not.
But what do you mean by that?
Well, things look perfect this time around. Evidence and testimony are airtight.
But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Don't look at me with those sad eyes, Detective Gumshoe.
You made him cry. He's crying.
No.
He is crying.
So what do you mean the evidence is airtight?
I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Yeah, 2 blue badges.
No, there
And
would
both
never
of
be
them are
2.
in this photo. The first thing is that the button that's missing from the victim's chest.
That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard.
Yep, I found it in the folds of Nickel Samurai special pants. Special pants.
Special pants?
His special samurai pants. And the second one is
It's something else we found inside his special pants.
what? That doesn't. I don't like the way that sounds.
It's like I show speed when he saw Chica.
I'm not letting you on my computer ever again.
I just wanted to watch FNAF videos, and
Isn't that like
he's the one-
scary? That game's supposed to be like scary, right, bro?
no, that's funny.
What's
And
funny?
people say FNAF is a kids game. Have you guys seen those videos?
And
No.
It's like they're like videos that are like people say FNAF is like a kids game. Then it's like a slideshow like edit of like images fading into other images with music playing of like it's all like fan art images of like they're supposed to like look scary and it's like not really related to the game itself. So I find it mildly funny.
How much stuff on your computer that
Just-
could be held against you? If you want a realistic answer to that question, emulators, I guess. That's like perfectly legal though. I have a folder.
yeah,
Called,
Nintendo.
yeah. I have a folder called Zorn, which I think I named on stream. It's just of random miscellaneous images. It's just like my pictures folder, but I didn't want to call it pictures, so it's Zorn. And I explained that on stream, and now my brother's pictures folder is also named Zorn. Which anyone, if you have a pictures folder on your computer, name it Zorn. It's really funny.
But I like my random images folder.
You don't have to do it, but if it's just like called pictures and you're like, I should name this something, Zorn.
I mean, I think I wanted to make a homework folder that actually is just homework assignments because funny.
Oh man, I kind of did that. I borrowed a laptop from the school. I do it every semester because I don't want to buy a laptop, and the ones they give are perfectly fine. And I'll get bored in class, so I'll like put games on it, like with emulators or whatever. So I have the homework folder, and you open it, and there's 2 subfolders, textbooks and graphing software. And the graphing software is the emulators and the textbooks are the games, organized into little folders, like GBA 101.
It's funny.
I thought it was really cute, and then I had to turn it in, and they wiped the computer, and I get sad.
Damn, that's tough. I'd be crying. And the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on a knife to his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints. Whose prints? And why do you have to put your fingers on him?
Well, he was formerly known as Prince Pearl, but I'll continue my explanation of the music that you should listen to later.
Kid named Prince.
That's Fingerprints. Kid named Teacher.
We're just rediscovering how the joke started.
Yeah. What was ours, Ivan? Like,
Fuck. Something really good. Fuck, what was it?
One of us said, or no, this is probably no way. It was Kid named Mike Ermintrout. That's stupid. What was it? Let me know if you remember.
I will. I'll think deeply on it and meditate on it, and hopefully it'll come back to me. I do. Kid named Teacher was good. That one's funny.
Thank you. It wasn't. The word teacher was not present in the. Never mind.
I think it was present. It was entirely present.
Oh, like in the setup.
I couldn't tell you. You didn't even ask. Have to ask, little missy. It's obvious they're mad on guards.
Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
So
Kid
they're
named Rock.
Kid named Hard Place.
That is an Ace Attorney name for sure.
Hard P-Lace.
So what's this airtight testimony?
It's that old security lady, Miss Old Bag.
I've been wondering all day why she hates us, and then I remembered that in order to buy another trial day, I accused her of murder. Of her favorite actor.
True, she might be holding that against you.
I thought so.
What do you mean? You thought so? Did she say something? Tell you something, pal?
Well...
And even I told her not to open that mouth of hers to blab to anyone.
Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me.
Yeah, well, Miss Old Bag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Onguard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way. Finger killed Prince and now blamed it on Mr.
We should turn in the stolen camera.
We don't have it, we would just have learned new information about it.
I think we need to turn in the stolen camera and tell him about it. Otherwise, that would be like if we know something about that is like stolen and don't say anything about it, we're like, yeah. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves.
The scandal with Mr. Kurita? But why?
Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide.
Suicide jump scare.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Suicide?
Her name was Celeste in Pax. And she was one Kurita's manager.
The victim's manager? I think it's Kurita.
Please, pal. I know what I'm talking about. But that's not all. Miss Inbax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything that she knew about the business from square one.
A mentor.
A woman who is both Mr. Karita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Her suicide had something to do with this case?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow, wow!
Oh,
She like
wow.
killed herself? Wow!
Wowie. I
Oh,
love
wow. I
awards.
wasn't ready for that. Whoa,
Wowies,
wow.
dowies.
That one.
Mario?
Do you want to know more about her, pal?
Sure.
We need to. We need to turn in the camera.
Oh,
Turn in the
yeah,
camera.
I'll turn in the camera. I'm sorry, I'll do it.
Civic duty. Listen, we're a part of the social contract that is society,
Yes, John Locke.
and this
shit.
is China.
Not John Locke and shit.
Oh. She was the victim's manager, and she was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but
It's her. It's Finger.
What? What do you mean, Pearl?
Well, that's Finger. She killed Prince and is blaming it on Mr. Ungarn.
Oh damn, that's a pretty good reading.
I think you're a better lawyer than me. That's not good, because you're like 8.
I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Well, then stop looking in a mirror. Ow!
Mr. Karma. Can't seem to stop allying yourselves with the enemy, can you?
Oh, Finger.
I don't need it better in my midst. You don't mean...
In newer releases of the game, they changed that line to, I don't need an imposter among us. So I could not help myself.
This is the newest version of the game.
I know. I just needed a segue to say the Among Us. I didn't care who had to die or how much had to not make sense along the way.
Dude, it makes sense once you think about it.
Or I could just say that and then hand wave it away.
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye.
That.
Oh, wait, please, sir. If I don't get this much payoff. Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you...
Who the fuck is this?
A ghost.
Oh, it's
This is,
Edgeworth. Okay. I would have won. Is that what you wanted to say?
Who?
That voice. Mr. Edgeworth!
Wait, how come in the CG I was wearing blue?
What?
Why am I wearing red again?
Oh, it was
the-
just a jacket.
I don't get to be blue.
You don't
I
get to
want
be
it to be-
blue. He doesn't have a
I'm
badass,
blue.
cool blue jacket that he drapes over himself. Wait for Dual Destinies.
It would have been like, you know, symbolic or something.
Yeah, he should have had a blue jacket that he didn't like wear the sleeves of, and then had a bandage over in his eye for no reason. That would have been really badass. I know there's a reason. Shut up. It's a stupid reason, so it doesn't count. We'll get there. For when Edgeworth becomes badass.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a long time, right? This person. This is the Mr. Edgeworth I've been hearing all from, the Mr. Edgeworth guys.
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, we see you in there, we see you in there, we see you in there, we see you in
Into
there.
the police station.
What's I going to do with you? They've been following me all this time, honestly. I've gone to other countries and they followed me.
What country are they from? They have like an accent I've never heard before.
Well, I mean, I seem to be making up my accent all the time, so
Oh.
maybe they're just following suit.
I see. By the way, they haven't left. A battalion of them have stuck around with me and have given me trouble, and I'm kind of mad at you for that. Also, I'm mad at you for
What?
100 other reasons that I will now tell you.
Well, why do you think I've tried so hard to avoid coming back here?
Is that why you left? I kind of get it if that's why.
Well, also the whole retirement thing, but
Ah.
Been
The
on the run this whole time.
prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death, Damon Gant, etc.
I'm still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francisca.
If only.
Also, she wets the bed. I'm just putting that out there in the police station. She does.
Oh
I've
my!
seen it.
Didn't you all sleep in the same bed?
Yes, we did. We all slept beside Daddy in the same bed.
So wait,
Oh,
couldn't
then
you not tell whether it was Edgeworth, your dad, or her?
Well, if you want me to be serious, I have a theory that it was actually Manfred, but he blamed it on Francisca.
Yeah, I think you could probably build a very solid case that that's what happened. He is old.
I mean, what is that old at this time?
That's disgusting, by the way. Not just the pee thing, just the whole situation. Now that I have two of you here, what was that about?
You're European.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Wait, no,
that's
you're not.
understandable.
You grew up with me.
No, they are.
Oh. And yeah, one of them has a whip and the other, like, totally killed your dad, so I guess you really couldn't refuse. Which, dude, that's messed up.
Yo. What do you show your face to me with such a shred of shame upon it? You spoiled the Von Karma name, dragged us through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like an ill-bred dog you are.
Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisco. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining a perfection in this country.
Yo.
You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't
You
lose.
already did.
This case is mine, and I'll hand it over to you. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix, right? I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare as she always had.
She a horse girl? Is that where the whip comes from? No, then it'd be like a riding crop.
No, it's just more of a plaything. Like a
Also, I
toy.
hate you, I forgot.
Why? What did I do?
Because I thought you know, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick? Why would you say that?
I never wanted to see you again.
I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year.
You gonna run tomorrow's trial?
You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Save it for next game.
What? Oh.
Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow.
I've never won on my own. So thanks for reminding me, jackass. What's
What?
that supposed to mean?
I have something definitive that you lack. Mia Ex Machina is not on my side. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It seems the power... It's the power to find the truth.
The truth?
In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information.
Just what is going on inside his head?
A lot of things have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma.
Oh yeah? I've been wanting to say this for a year. Scoreboard, Edgeworth. Who's got a perfect win record now, bitch? Oh yeah, 1 year ago you couldn't establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Wah wah. Did you leave because you lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials is so selfish. It'd be better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworm.
The continuity is really screwed up by Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fucking I hate this game. How fucking dare they? What the fuck? This is stupid.
Rise from
I
the
hate this game.
Ashes sort of went back and made it make more sense. So you're just gonna have to infer.
I don't infer. I only take hard
No, but
truth,
it's
and
weird
the
that
hard
Phoenix
truth.
hates him so much after him, like, he was literally there when Edward, when we saw the reason Edgeworth retired.
Yeah, which doesn't. Right. Okay. So you're right that it double doesn't make sense because of Rise from the Ashes, but keep in mind that it didn't make sense in the first place, and was unexplained
Also true.
before Rise from the Ashes. So like it's weird, but.
Damn.
I see. Now let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What's your reason?
Because I'm an awesome badass lawyer.
It's about to pull a Necopara Volume 4.
Dude. I know exactly what you mean, and kind of, yeah. Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom's not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives.
Save your client, you say?
Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you are a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworm.
It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn.
And you haven't
Mostly
learned
about-
that you look like Austin Powers.
I've had so much character development, and yet you're still so mean to me.
Are you...
No,
are-
I was expecting a warm welcome home. It's been so long. I've been away.
oh
so
my
long.
god, I'm sorry. I just kind of was upset at you for leaving and not telling me, and I, like...
Save it for the gay fan fictions, Mr. Right.
Titled Unnecessary Feelings.
We all know that the Mr. Edgeworth guys write them.
Wait, they do? And I haven't seen
They,
this?
they exist in universe.
On Wattpad.
What is Wattpad?
There, that's how we explain them. They're canon.
Oh,
Mr. Edgeworth guys are.
right, gay fanfiction. Wait, so whoa, hold on. I kind of just way slid over the gay part. Wait, so like you and me, is that what they're doing?
You have a lot yet to learn.
Oh yeah, sorry. I kind of totally sidetracked. A lot I have yet to learn? Me?
Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is more than coming. Fuck.
With slip-ups like that, you're encouraging them. What do you think about the hot goss, Edgy?
I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into that when you show me, Phoenix, right?
Still stuck up as ever, dumbass bitch. What do we want to ask him about? Fine. Oh.
Okay, let's show him the camera.
Okay. Hey, Edgeworm. Maya's gone. That's... Hey.
Useless.
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 Let's show him this dead guy. Or show him this dead guy. Look at this dead guy.
How about this? You want to have a drink? You want to play the guitar? You want to go to the press conference?
Hold up, I got a BRB, but because it's Edgeworth, I mean,
I guess I'll just... oh, she's a mare already. A nightmare. Good one. Oh, hello. Oh, also this.
We can show. I say we show him. We can show Edgeworth himself.
Oh, this is... Why don't you tell me straight? Because he's gay!
Oh shit.
Oh shit. At least that's what all the
That's
fan
fun, man.
fiction says. Funny
Phoenix is
Mountain.
gonna become an avid fan of them, but like,
He
there's
can't.
there's like nothing more beyond that. Like, she just thinks that they're written really well.
Like surprisingly so. Like they went all out.
Like, there's a lot of bright minds in the Mr. Edgeworth guys. Like, despite all like appearances.
Yeah, they've sacrificed all of their life and future prospects to like dote on Mr. Edgeworth, but they could do a lot of things. Some of them like write these beautiful songs about Mr. Edgeworth.
True.
They just sing them in court. They don't sell them anywhere. Funny mountain lady with anxiety. Wait, what? Mountain lady? Question mark? Oh, Celeste. I get it. That game is like gay. And if you like it, you're gay. But I like it, but I'm not gay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I have to go do some stuff for my parents, so it shouldn't take more than like 20, 30-ish minutes, but
Oh, shit.
I'll be back as fast as I can, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Right.
Shit.
Have fun.
How are we gonna...
I know.
What are... Okay. Alrighty. What do you... Alright, we have 20 minutes to kill.
Let's see.
I don't think I have Final Fantasy VIII installed on this computer. Or wait,
We
no, yeah, I
can-
do, because we...
Oh yeah, that's right. We had to like, we had to get the mod file shit or
Yeah.
log or like config file shit. We can look at Final we can look at Final Fantasy VIII. We
We
can.
could,
I have Baldur's Gate and have yet to open it, so we can both give it our first impressions.
That's
in
true.
the
I don't
character.
have it, but I'd love to play it. Edgeworm isn't important. Look elsewhere for clues. I think Edgeworm has the clues we need to go dunk on Adrian, if I'm guessing. What else we got? We could go... Oh, you know what? I know what could be fun.
What?
We could tour the save files from the games that we've played previously. Like we just
Okay.
crack them open, see what we got, load the saves and stuff, and just see, just do a little memory lane tour.
Do a little memory laning. All right, let me go and blow my nose real quick.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I will install Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okay.
So I'll leave. I guess since it's just me and you guys, what do you guys think? Do you want to go in reverse order, or do you want to start with Steins Gate? Because who knows how long we'll be doing this? Maybe we don't have time to finish.
All right. Sorry, Adam. I did not want to leave you alone, but
It's okay.
I had to blow my nose.
So what do you think? Do you
Well-
want to go in like chronological order like forwards? Like as in we start with Steins Gate and work the way up, or do you want to like go slowly more back in time?
I say we should start with Steins Gate. I want to take a look at Steins Gate.
That's true. Especially if he just like comes back really quick. That's the one we got to take a look at. Although Steve and I kind of agree with your sentiment. Should get into a circle and discuss our feelings. We'll do that. Everyone will be heard. All of your your feelings are very important to me. Other
I'm going to. I'm gonna still be
nonsense?
here. I just need to mute for a second.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Play. Start. Okay. Man, Whoa.
I
Bink.
missed a call from a ding.
Oh.
Oh damn. It's nostalgic.
This
dude.
does take me back.
The-
I'm sorry, I'm not getting any of this. What was that?
Okay. What was it? Big news. As of today, in January, I will be going to Israel.
Oh. Happened to
Like
get
the lady that's like organizing the trip, accidentally called me like a second ago. But I had a missed call from her. I want to make sure she didn't need anything.
Yeah. I think
Alright,
most
let's see.
we have okay, these ones are locked, which I think is yeah, dude, it hit me like a fucking truck. Like this song, man, this fucking song.
True.
Oof, okay, anyway.
True.
These ones are locked. I think these are like the choices. Like to get certain endings that we made sure to like save. So I guess I could literally get whatever ending I wanted just on this menu. So wow, good on us for doing that.
True.
November 19th, 2020. We are coming up
True.
on the 3-year anniversary since we've done
Holy
this.
Since we finished? Is this
Since
when
we
we finished it?
finished. Since we finished the first Steins game.
Shit.
So right now, 3 years ago, we're playing it. Man.
Man.
Oh, my heart hurts.
I know, dude. I'm like, I'm at like a borderline loss for words right now.
It's just, I'm looking, it's hitting me as I'm just looking at these.
This is
Oh,
a
I
really
think these
fucking
ones are
good game.
locked
This game
because
was,
we
like,
were
so fucking good.
we were trying to get the correct ending and get all the flags, and I kept like worrying that I would save over it. So every time we got a correct thing, I'd lock the save so I wouldn't delete it on accident.
It's funny. What are the oldest saves we have on here?
It's a good question. Okay, it's September. It might be this. Shout if you see a month before 9.
Yeah, it looks like 9.
Oh, sorry. Okay, open this. Okay, so we finished it. Oh, right, because we finished it on Christmas.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do. The
Yeah.
Christmas, it was like the Christmas Eve stream.
Yeah, 23rd. There it is, right there. Oh, full circle. Oh, and then Brandon had his like the video, the like Smash Brothers parody thing of all the dumb memes and shit. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
This shit was peak.
This shit was peak.
Shit was peak. Like, sorry guys. Everything we've done is good, but this shit is peak.
It was like, oh shit. But this was like the most, I don't know, I've ever needed. Like I needed this in my life to remember what day it was. Like now it's fun and I love it and I love all these jokes and it's still fantastic. But this was just me. And it's so weird to say that. But
Shit was like so much fun. Dude.
shit was fire.
Shit was fire. This game's like so fucking good and like it was all like perfect. This was just like ooh.
For old time's sake.
Oh yeah.
My things are not saved, so I don't know how to. Which is the options button again?
It was like weird. And,
It
like,
was. We had to
something-
Google it, and the keyboard thing was really sprawling and confusing.
I'll try. I'll try and look it up.
Oh, see, look, I told you.
Damn.
I pressed F1 for help. Dude?
Oh shit.
Phone trigger, text scroll. Where's options? Config is
Everything was
F9. There we go.
Oh damn.
Uh,
Bro, we gotta play like Steins Gate Elite or something at some point.
You'd be down?
Dude, we should have like an anniversary.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely.
Like an anniversary, like end of this year, anniversary of completing the game. We play like Steins Gate Elite or something.
I would actually be really down. The game I think went on sale at some point and I didn't get it. It was during like the visual novel sale.
I got you.
I should have. But I'm down to go in on that.
know.
Alright, okay. What was I doing? Oh, I was just loud. Mayuri. We're here? Oh.
Oh, damn.
No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri doesn't answer. Mayuri's standing in front of a grave, gazing at the sky. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Mayuri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work, so her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Mayuri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Mayuri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. I had advanced to middle school, so Mayuri and I no longer commuted together. But whenever I passed the cemetery on the way home, Mayuri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, she would stand for hours before the grave, staring wordlessly at the sky as if she could see her grandmother in heaven. In her hands, an old pocket watch. The watch had belonged to her grandmother. Mayuri always held it when visiting the grave. Mayuri? No matter how many times I called her name, Mayuri did not answer. Back then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone. Not to me, not even to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt unease grip my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intentions so pure, that I feared some power might grant her wish and carry her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure that nothing like that happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky-gazing Mayuri and call her name. Mayuri? But no matter how many times I'd call to her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice, calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's color, the sky was glazed gray, covered in clouds. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through gaps in the clouds. Stunningly beautiful sight. Bless you.
Thank you.
Rembrandt's rays, they're called, or sometimes the angel's ladder. Oh, that wasn't the button. What was the tips button?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Obviously, it's right bracket or left bracket. Wait, what?
It was like F5 or something. F4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, text scroll tips. Oh, I don't know why it says that.
Text scroll tips.
Is that like
Oh,
turning
it's
off?
like text. It's like scrolling through the text on tips, I guess.
Oh, okay.
This is so beautifully esoteric. Oh,
Dude.
oh my god. Internet, fictional, Japan's most popular message board, covers a wide variety of topics from hacking to cooking to anime to current events. Oh, it was at channel.
What
Okay,
were it just I don't what were some good ones? What were some banger tips? I don't really remember.
There was like all the Rynet ones were like
Oh, they were
insane.
so like involved.
Bro, why, dude? What was the last game we had that had a
Oh,
tip thing?
um,
It's Volume 4. Last game
did
we
it
played that.
have tips?
Did
No,
Volume 4 have tips?
some game did. Clannad is what we're thinking of, maybe?
Clannad had tips, yeah.
Clannad, yeah.
Clannad had.
Which that
I
came
was
out
like,
before. Like,
it's too true.
dude, this was okay. I remember this one because this is. Oh, I get it now. That's okay. I never did that. I always used the mouse or like clicked. I always did it like
Oh,
this
okay.
because it was smooth. Oh no, this is way better. Why didn't I do that? I remember it said Ocarina is a textbook example, and I'm like, wait, only Mayuri calls them that. She writes these, and that's why that's that.
True. True. Oh my god.
Chevy? No. That's not
Chevy.
fictional.
Chevy. Fictional, an American automobile
That's
brand.
not fictional at all.
It is fictional.
I had a mental breakdown at this one for obvious reasons.
Could this be Aura Aura? Future gadget number 3, a lie detector based on thumb perspiration through though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector. You have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Juju.
Juju.
Determinism. Do you want to read determinism?
Do I want to? Is that allowed?
Would you like me to read it?
Um, man, I'm nervous, but I'd love to if you'll let me. Martin's not here. He doesn't have to find out against this slight.
True.
The school of philosophy that states that every event is predetermined by the previous events. The past determines the present. The present determines the future. Even though we may think that we're acting of our own free will, in truth, we're only following a predetermined path. Those who subscribe to determinism often cite the thought experiment of Laplace's demon. I thought this was so sick in high school, and I wrote an essay on it.
It is awesome.
For an intellect which at a certain moment would know all the forces that set nature in motion, and all positions of all items of which nature is composed, nothing would be uncertain, and the future, just like the past, would be present before our eyes. Pierre Simon Laplace. I quoted this in a high school paper because I thought it was cool. This game,
That's because it is cool.
it's
And
literally me.
I also like that. Was that in like one of your humanities? Is that a
Yeah,
humanities lesson?
it was.
Was that the like the your own, like you kind of come up with whatever you wanted for it?
Yes.
That one. Yeah, I remember, dude. Mine was on Monogatari. That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I remember that.
Jero Froggy. Other. Fictional. A series of plush straps featuring an ugly cute frog character which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded rapidly.
In Japanese, please.
In Japanese, please, internet, a teasing phrase used on online message boards to tell an incomprehensible poster to please post comprehensibly. In Japanese, please.
In Japanese. Oh, hold on. There's one I really want to see. Oh, what? Where is it?
What are you looking for?
Danad.
Oh,
Because he
is it called
says,
Danad?
yeah, he said it was about the
Oh,
meaning of life, and I thought it got a tip, but maybe it didn't.
was it called something
I swear to
else?
God it was Danad. I remember it so specifically. I think you mean the final. No, the tips are global,
Shit.
I think.
Final answer. Final answer. Abbreviated as FA in Japanese. Used in the question, is that your final answer? Internet slang originates from popular quiz show with contestants who want to be millionaires. Final answer.
Man. Mayuri seemed not to notice. She kept staring at the sky. And then, slowly, so very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother were reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself on her toes. To me, it looked as if she was floating up towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Mayuri's outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just a childish fantasy, but at the time I truly believed that Mayuri might vanish. I won't let you go. I won't let anyone take you away. That's what I was doing. I was turning off the voices, because we do the voices, and we do them the best.
True.
F9. Nope. F9. Okay. So beautifully esoteric.
So beautifully esoteric indeed.
That was it. Wait, but I. Oh, did I
I think
not
that
save it?
uh, I remember us having them. Don't we always have them like quiet? Because like I remember
Oh, because
sometimes when
we'd
we
like to
started
hear
like
him
screaming,
scream.
we would hear it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we turn him off for the dating sim, or maybe we've always done that, but now only now does it bug me.
I don't recall.
But you're right that we did have it low. You're my hostage now, my guinea pig. It was the first excuse that came to mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of a popular TV series about costumed heroes battling evil. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I even got pretty good at mimicking his line. That's what I'm doing! Oh! He's literally me. And now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. Oh, why? It's the same. Whew.
So funny.
Stop describing me. I could feel my face growing red. But I kept up the mad scientist act all the same. If nothing else, it was better than admitting my insecurities. There is no escaping me. I told you I'd been working on it. I said it the whole time and no one believed me. I was
True.
in the lab cooking.
True. So true. So true.
As I said this, I realized that Mayuri was shaking.
Oh.
She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I even heard her speak. Her voice was choked with tears.
Mayushi's, you're a hostage. I guess I'm stuck here, huh?
She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes. And then Mayuri buried her face in my chest. Was that what you see after the first time leap?
Damn.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Whoa. I forgot how absolutely fucking hard this game goes.
I know. Seems like so fucking good.
Right, which dude, I still love Ace Attorney and everything that it does forever. And will, and it's my favorite series. But like goddamn does this nail the tone it's going for so fucking well.
True. It's just like, damn.
Name sipped. Oh, I remember a lot of these lines. Right, and the whole like texture that everybody had, and her hair was made of copper, and her tie
True.
is so fucking red,
True.
and the clock
So
doesn't
true.
have hands.
So true.
This is my Zoom background right here. I think it was either that or the one like a little to the left.
It's awesome.
I think that's a good reminder that hey, it wasn't just good because we needed it. It's good because it's amazing.
True. Like, damn. Like, it's like I've loved everything we've done since. Ace Attorney's a ton of fun, but like, I can't think about like, it's like I like just got like so into like Steins Gate. It was like, oh my.
Oh, it just hard quit. That was a really good Alt F4 response time.
I love it when games have a good Alt F4.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, because yeah, I'm with you there that I've loved everything we've done since, but the emotional attachment,
Yeah.
it's not, it's just not the same, and it doesn't have to be, nor do I want it to be.
Yeah. It's like this is in like a different ballpark in terms of like what it is compared to like the game. It's just like different game wise, you know. This is just a very like
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
came at a
strong
perfect time in
character
our
narrative.
lives, aka the most annoying, depressing, isolating time in our lives. The goddamn lockdown.
True.
Oh, dude. Okay. And then I never remember anything about the dating sim. Like that is just gone from my brain forever.
I remember. Let's see. What do I remember? I remember like Okabe getting sissy hypnosis dreamed.
Yes.
Lukaku.
Lukaku's dad
Remember
being
that.
the villain.
I remember the like handcuff thing or whatever.
Right.
Uh,
I only remember the basic plot points because I have Steven's photoshops as my rotating desktop wallpapers. Show me the mouse. Yeah, because he wanted to see the Disney. He wanted to see Mickey Mouse at not Disneyland.
Show me the mouse.
Caruso, where is the mouse? I was promised the mouse. Let's see.
Give me the mouse.
Moeka's was really short and yet had the most stuff in it.
Is that the one where she was like writing and we had to help her write something?
Yeah, because she wrote children's books.
Oh yeah, that's
It
right.
was like the Rainbow something. There was a band. I don't remember which one it was, but there was a band in one of them.
Oh, true. You're right.
Your
Was
notes?
there one where was there one where Karisu had to like become one of the maid people? Was it her?
It was everybody. The whole for Ferris's
Everybody?
ending. The
Oh,
whole
that's right.
the whole
Oh,
gang.
yeah.
That was
Dude, that-
foreseetheblack.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
4c.theblack.com.
Holy shit.
Or just. I know if we ever get a website, I'm buying 4ctheblack.com. It's a cheap ass domain, if I remember correctly.
It's spiked since we covered it.
I know. It's gone up to like 2K, I think. Because of us.
It's worth it though. Man.
So I'm downloading My Darling's Embrace right now. And then Zero. Zero. I'm okay. So everyone, keep in mind that emotional moment that just gave me goosebumps, even though I'd seen it before. Keep that in mind when we crack open Zero. Just keep that locked in your brain. How that scene just made you feel, and then compare it with what happens in Zero.
It was like after Steins Gate, we spent like about a year on the dating sim and
Yeah.
Zero, right?
Yeah, about right. Okay. There's this one. This is actually checkable info. Here, I'll share my Chrome with you. Because I'm also playing some songs.
Okay. What the fuck? Why did it not let? Okay.
Here, oh, I need to play the ultimate banger.
True. This game is like so. Oh my god.
That hit me so hard. I didn't expect that.
I know. Like what the fuck, dude.
Right. Okay. Semicolon. What we could salvage.
Dude, the fucking end. Was it the?
Oh.
The whole thing with like Nye like coming back in time that was like not in the show.
Yeah.
It's, like insane.
See, I told you my hair looked good. Look at that. People get on my case about this. That's well kept. Sorry.
I look bad as shit. Whew.
Dude, dude, the homies looking good. Just saying.
The homies is a bad crew. We's a bad.
We's a bad bit. We bad. Hey, whoa, that's not cool.
That is not.
That's not
cool.
okay.
That is really not okay.
Wrong. No, I prefer what it is now. I know that it's getting chroma keyed out, but I like the short better. I do. But like, you know what? Damn. People gaslit me into thinking that it didn't look good, but it definitely did.
Yeah, it was fine. I had hair like that for a long time.
Yeah. Look, long hair is something you gotta at least, you gotta try something weird with your appearance that doesn't exactly go well. It's part of growing up. Except ours, in all three of our cases, was
ours
fucking
went
fire.
hard. Yeah.
They was just jealous.
True. You guys is just jealous. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Okay, so that, yeah, right. So, December 23rd, 2020. The Christmas Eve stream that will live in infamy.
It's insane.
So if anyone can tell me what day Christmas Eve is, oh, it probably won't matter because we'll all be on break.
True.
So yeah, we'll crack open. If not Elite, then the original, and we'll maybe do like just a little Steins Gate reunion special.
Christmas Eve is a Saturday.
Yeah, sorry, Martin. Fuck Persona. We're doing it anyway.
Saturday.
Or we could do a Christmas Eve. Because I won't be bugged on Fridays at that point. Your notes on less than 3 are laughably short. Ending routes. Moeka band. The band thing was in Moeka's? Everything was in Moeka's. Like, there was that, and we got coffee with her, and Braun was involved, and the band.
Dude, also how, like, terribly, like, scuffed the game's systems for choices and shit was.
In the OG or the less than 3?
I mean, both. It was the same, right?
Yeah.
It was, like, just, like, the weird shit with all of, like, the text messages, just, like, all that was, like, insane.
Yeah. It was awesome. Because, like, just the amount of information that we had was not a lot about it. Like, you had the flowchart. I had never looked at it until we were done with the game. I'm just like trying to figure it out and put all our crackpot theories together. So less than 3 dates with Destiny. Oh wow. Yeah. So that was 30th, right? Damn. That sucks for us. Never change. Me. Never change.
Beautiful.
So let's see. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Schrodinger's cat's hotter sister. Oh, I did. It was Martin's birthday, I think. We got muted.
Damn.
I don't really remember why.
Because we're cool. We were speaking the truth and they were trying to censor us. They're trying to keep the little man down.
Yeah. We tried to do a finale and then it wasn't the finale. Because Myers was the longest one because canon.
True.
Oh, and that we ended it on May 2021.
March, April, May. So like 2-3 months on that, something about that. Started February, March, April, May, somewhere about 3 months.
Yeah, and then Steve, oh, the photoshops, because they were all like S words or whatever, right? Like soggy and scary and shit. I remember that.
Dude, the fucking 4C shit was so cool.
Obscure,
so cool.
Obscure Steins Gate trivia. Oh, you've told me this before. I think I remember. Karisu, Lukaku, Suzuha, 4C, Ferris is that and Mr. Brun. Is it that they all have legs? Or they all don't have legs? Is that it? Like in the game files, like some of them have legs and others don't.
Ferris is dead, Mr. Braun, Lukaku.
Which I can also probably verify by looking at the poster.
It's like something to do with their eyes. I don't know.
My final answer is definitely legs. Okay, so May 2021. So that's the end of my 2020 was like I was going into my first year of college in 2020. And the end of 2020 or yeah, May 2021 means I'm going out of my second? No, I'd be done with my first year of college. I think. You're stuck in the past again? Wait, really? Is it because I downloaded a game monster?
Hey, that means we can send messages to our future selves now.
Hey, Steins Gate reference.
Exactly.
And then, oh, it fixed itself?
Exactly.
Good. And then Zero started, right, I was sunburned, and my voice was gone when we started Zero, because we went to Knott's Berry Farm, and I thought it would be really funny to scream on a roller coaster, not just for the parts where you're supposed to, but the whole time.
That's really funny.
So I wouldn't stop screaming at the top of my lungs for like most of it. And some other people joined in, I think. I wasn't just crazy.
It's very funny.
It's June 20, yeah.
June 4th, the 4th of June. The 4th of July.
And then February 2022, that would be like
So-
sort of in the middle of my second year.
We
of college.
start, yeah, no, because we started less than 3 in February, right?
Oh, I should have kept both tabs open.
I think we started less than 3 in February, so it took us
A year to get through 0.
if I recall correctly.
No, I took half. Oh, right.
This
So
is-
you're
this
saying
is
that
0.
it was 1
From-
year
from-
for both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. Right, and then the tragedy of Steins Gate 0.
I love Steins Gate 0.
It was a lot of fun to rip on.
It was so much fun. That was like so fun.
Oh, right. So you recently went through this because you were on a flight, right? That was it. Yeah, your comments, dude. You reminded me of a banger joke of Okabe having to suck Daru's dick to save the world or something. Like the 45-minute dick sucking cutscene.
That was, oh my god, we're so funny.
We're so funny.
We're just so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We are so funny. Oh shit. Bro, this is peak.
Yeah. We could crack open. Oh, I was downloading both. That's probably why it was bugging out for a second. Which one you want to crack open? I'm so curious about 0.
Yeah, I really want to see
Yeah.
0. I love less than 3, but like, I
It was
feel
just
like
more
0
of
is
what
more.
we kind of already liked.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, it's the characters that we love, but
Yeah,
more.
it was just fun and whatever, but like, and it was fun and good and everything, but like, I feel like there's more stuff. There's more enjoyment to be had looking back on 0,
Yeah, for sure.
like from a save perspective. It's like you get like 2 minors, like Steins, like the original Steins Gate is like the very peak of just like, holy shit, is this good? And like, less than 0 is like good, but it's not gonna be like the same as that Steins Gate.
Yeah, like you see how it looks normal and then it gets all gray and sad? That's what 0 did. I'm gonna click through it in case it mutes me. The vine
Yeah.
fed.
I don't see it.
Oh, you don't?
No. Are you streaming? No.
Yeah. Oh, I was, and then it decided no. How about now?
Now I can see. Bro, that song was hard. Sunset Zero got some pretty good music.
It did. It's kind of the one thing that kept.
Challenge mode.
What? Where?
Sorry, I was reading this not related to what is on.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what do you mean challenge? There's a challenge mode?
They added a new game mode into Osmo Lane.
No, you're kidding. I had it on 128720 because my computer didn't like it. Oh.
Dude, keep it on that. Keep it on that.
Yes, sir.
For
Yes,
old
sir.
sake.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh man, that's so funny. That's so funny.
I had to
Oh.
turn down visual novel settings. That's hilarious.
Dude, oh, that's all of that, dude. Oh, the technical.
Oh,
difficulty.
look, banger
Oh,
scene.
Can we
Oh,
load it, please?
dude, banger after banger.
Holy shit.
The unrelated, unimportant cleaning arc, and then the best scene in the whole game of I really am Salieri. Let's go through this. Let's go take a look see. It's been a while, my hope.
How are you guys doing? It's been a while since we've been doing something like
It's
this.
going to be a long story, and it's not one I'm interested in telling. Oh, this is how she's supposed to sound? If you knew everything, I'd have to kill you.
Oh, the narrator, beautiful.
Didn't it? Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
shit.
The omniscient fucking narrator.
Oh.
Oh, agony. Pure agony. Repeating information that was just said, describing facial animations that you can just see. Dude.
Repeating what now?
Okay, so we went on a little memory
Information that
lane
was just said?
tour. We cracked open Steins Gate, loaded a save, and it was the Mayuri, like, at the grave scene, and it kind of almost made us cry again. And then we cracked open Zero to this. We were reminiscing, talking about how funny we were and how we're awesome and the best, and we're kind of right about all of that.
Honestly.
Oh, but okay, we can get back to the matter at hand now, but...
Oh, man.
Dude,
I really am Salieri.
I really am Salieri. I got to do Okabe voice again.
Oh my
It was
God.
nice.
I really am Salieri.
I think about that all the time.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like the way the metaphor was described, like no one was actively comparing Maho to
It's a slight enough
Like-
that the metaphor had to be described in the first place.
Oh my god. It's so fucking funny. Holy shit.
That got me feeling some kind of way.
True. So true.
Never forget where you came from. Represent.
Ow.
Who's Maya?
We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason to waste our energy investigating this person.
She's been fucking kidnapped!
Well, there's an interesting rumor about this man.
You mean the one about Mrs. Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it?
I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found.
What? Oh, thought that was a segue. Which, hey Steven, if you're like cracking open those documents or you just remember stuff, send it in. I'm down to have the fucking reunion special.
While I was abroad, I was a woman.
What? Does that mean it's not gay?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Well, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it.
Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto.
Refreshing? And what's so refreshing about a spring breeze?
Sounds like the pollen's not treating him well this year.
Adrian Andrews.
He looks upset at the mere mention of her name.
Her voice is obnoxious, and it's coming from me.
Huh.
She holds a large secret within herself.
A secret.
I can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. This woman is now the key to solving this case.
Like a literal key? Because that was a couple cases ago. Do you really think so?
Well, she was Adrian Entry's mentor for a long time. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Horn Coradia's manager. And a few months later, Celeste Impex died.
But her death was ruled a suicide, right?
Yes. But there's still one riddle yet to be solved.
The answer is time, Edgeworth. It's really obvious. Wait, I'm sorry, a riddle?
Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note that just vanished, huh?
What if you present Edward to Edgeworth?
We tried that, he didn't have anything to say.
Lame.
True.
Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there's no mistake.
I wonder what you have to say about a different suicide.
That man is Jeffrey Epstein. His death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there was no mistake.
And of course, the follow-up case, John McAfee.
It was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake.
I really like the, I don't know if it's an AI or something, but like the, Hitman, like, thing that's that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't doing the laundry. I was taking out the trash, quote unquote. It's part of the family business. You guys wouldn't understand.
Oh, man. Martin's family's in waste management.
Yeah.
True.
Bulgarian mafia runs deep. What can I say? I mean, what? However, we cannot find his suicide note.
Also, Edgeworth's theme song is kind of badass.
Well, it's such a triumphant return.
Yeah. That's kind of what the song is called. I think it's a great revival.
But I thought Phoenix
Awesome.
was the... Phoenix.
Yeah, well. Phoenix
That's
didn't melodramatically leave a note. Wah, pay attention to me. I'm leaving Twitter for 2 days.
Grayson went into like a Discord server for like a Roblox game and just started like adding a ton of like making a big fuss about how he's leaving the server. And I was like, listen, all right guys, listen, it's time for me to leave the server at like this mod and this admin. I know we've been friends for a really long time, but I just need to leave. At this person and at this person, listen, the harassment's just gotten too bad. And you guys need to I'm leaving
Your
because of
brother's
you.
crazy, man.
Just like sending shit like that, and people just kept being like, "Stop! We don't care. Stop."
Oh, okay. Proper
it was really
response.
fucking funny.
Well, that's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
Does that say Eek Feeds? Up there on the right?
Jerk
Says
police.
The jerk cops.
I'm always afraid of the night. I slip into a state of paranoia and delusion. Forget the
No,
friendship and
no.
camaraderie that make me strong, and become
Sorry,
weak.
1 second.
I don't want
having
to
my
sleep
thoughts
scared. I wish the
overwritten.
cycle of manic depression would end.
No one cares. The suicide
1,
note.
2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But how do you know Ms. Impacts had even written such a note?
Well, there was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
Or she licked ink and liked to eat it.
And that's how she killed herself.
Ah.
Ink poisoning.
she drank too much ink. That's sad.
She didn't. She wasn't even depressed. She just liked to drink ink.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Blue flavor. Oh, but who would hide such a thing?
Well, the police think it was Mr. Juan Corradia himself.
The victim, Mr. Juan Carita? Dude, he's bugging out right now. Bless you. Bless you.
Put them dogs away.
Thank you.
A
God
woman
damn.
is dead.
Put them dogs away. God.
Kim Wexler. Dude,
Well, he was the one who
Peter...
found-
Better
Gould
Call
wilding
Phoenix.
right now.
Peter Gould, director. The Feetster, as he is known in many circles.
No, he was the one who found her body. Which makes him tonight's biggest loser. And the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note.
It looks like Murs at the end of his rope, making him tonight's biggest loser.
Damn, so sad.
Mr. Carita hid his own manager's suicide note? But why?
As long as her note is missing, any speculations beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look at this over. It's an updated autopsy report.
No.
Well, okay, it'll be updated later. This is part 1.
God damn it. I hate you. You didn't change a lick.
I thought it was a funny callback, but you know.
It was traumatic, dude. That was my first real case that wasn't against Winston Payne. And you just pulled that shit on me? It doesn't even make sense, by the way. What do you mean updated?
Was Winston Payne gotten fired already?
No. I got hit in the back of the head with a fire extinguisher and then defended in court, and he lost.
And he hasn't been fired
No.
after that?
No. Well, I don't think that's really his fault because, both of the times the person was proven not guilty. But I guess that would be as a result
I've
of his
been
own
advocating for
negligence.
this arrest. I've been advocating for his firing in the department for at least 10 years at this point. Jeez.
Whoa, you haven't been a prosecutor for 10 years. He's that bad?
I know. Back in the Von Karma apprentice days, I even knew how bad he was.
Huh. Did Von Karma probably didn't like him, or what?
No, he was just annoying.
Okay. Probably we cracked her, we cracked Old Bag. We probably crack Adrian now.
Probably.
Unless she fucking dipped.
Let's say Miss Andrews isn't here. She probably did the same thing her mentor did.
Whoa. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, she had a big party. And then invited everyone to come.
I told you, Pearl, it's not called People Pinata. She killed herself.
No, but like, that's what suicide means, right? It's a big party. Then that's why we can't find the note because we don't know who was invited.
True.
We have a lot to discuss. But
My thumb's
I
good.
ask in all earnesty that you please stop using the phrase People Pinata.
But what else is a hanging body supposed to mean?
Just, yeah, you can just say that, Pearls.
It's like Logan Paul.
Yes. But that's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
And she has that cyclock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll just have to come back later.
Logan Paul invited to the suicide forest? Because it's a party forest?
No. Where do we go now?
What actually is the thing we received from Edgeworth? It's the updated autopsy report.
Yeah,
But,
I can't like check it or click onto it. This is all the info we have. I love kids, Phoenix. I love kids.
I mean, yeah, we still have options with the willpowers. So.
We do.
Well, I mean, like the rule of 4.
Celeste impacts on herself. Hey, Will Powers. Do you know Adrian? Where else is there to go?
It could be like.
The detention
Do
center. Like,
we
can
do
talk
we know
to-
what exactly when the old bag is testifying?
That
Like,
she
is
saw
this
Matt
something-
Ungard leave Juan Carita's room at the time of the murder.
Should we maybe like ask her about that or something?
Probably ask him about all this shady shit.
True.
We'll start there and we'll circle back to Wendy Oldbag.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Edgeworth. What's wrong? You're sweating.
How much do you know?
What do you mean? How much?
Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life.
No, I would never.
Yeah, this like creepy dude, he's like digging up my shit, bro. Now if you excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep.
You're in detention. Who in the world are you gonna eat lunch with? Biggie Tom?
No,
Mr.
dude,
Nick.
he eats you for lunch. That's how it goes in here.
I keep hearing that. I don't really know what that means, though.
He's gonna eat you for lunch.
How so?
Like, literally.
It's called vor.
It's called cannibalism, girly.
But
This.
it's not on the internet, so it has to be true.
Man, Mrs. Andrews locked my iPad. I can't see most of those videos that aren't on YouTube Kids.
I saw it on YouTube Kids.
Really? Can you send that to me?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse vor Minnie Mouse.
Oh, is that from Playtime Fun Videos?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Is that new? I haven't seen it yet. Don't
Why is
spoil it.
there a hashtag Elsagate?
I don't know what that means, but it's kind of scary.
So this Celeste Impacts lady.
The fact that him and an 8-year-old watch the same YouTube videos is funny.
I bet they both love those like weird Minecraft like videos that are like always weird.
Oh, the one with Habibi Hamoud.
Oh, that's so funny. And then like he gets the diamonds from Herobrine because he trusted him. And it's taught me very important lessons.
Like Habibi Hamoud.
Yeah. Habibi means beautiful.
Yeah, somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this.
Now,
Oh, he died.
yeah, he's gone. Hello, Edgeworth. Going to Gumshoe's house. Just kidding.
Edgeworth.
Did that spawn her? No.
She's in hiding.
Maybe she's what's happening in Karada's room?
Big fat nothing.
She's hiding inside one of the teddy bears. She's inside the giant bear.
What teddy bears?
She's hiding underneath the table behind Will Powers.
Celeste Impacts already up.
Edgeworth.
You know, he probably
What
would
is
have
it
to
about
say Edgeworth. Man. Boo.
Dude, Old Bag's probably got something to say about him.
Stupid fucking
He loves him.
Shoe Solano. God damn it.
I never would have thought I'd see here of all places. The last time we saw each other was during that really bad incident, you know. I mean, when I look back now, I think of the good things, so it's not so bad, I guess.
Yeah, I'd love to go back in time and relive a few of those good and relive a few of those good things.
I like walking back and forth,
That's not funny.
Yeah.
and then walking back and forth between the first room and the second room in order to get the thing.
Maya told you about that. Apparently a lot of their defense strategy was playing a trading card game with an assistant who bit people, I think. What is with me in biting? That's come up more than once.
What does she have to say about Edgeworth?
Oh shit, that's a good point.
She's ground zero.
She is the president of the fan club, but none of the Edgeworth guys like know that. She's elusive. Which is weird because she loves attention.
She loves him. She loves Edgeworth though, and it's like she didn't like found the club for like popularity or anything. Like Mr. Edgeworth guys already liked him, but she felt like they were getting out of hand, so she just had to like found a club to establish some rules and then just kind of leave them with it.
I mean, maybe there's more to just to talk to Edgeworth about somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
No, never mind.
Well, you know, let's not count
Is he hiding something? I don't like to look through reports. It reminds me of that thing I did.
Wait, you're torn up about that? Bedform?
They're just torn up.
I can't answer that question.
I know you're not sorry. You think it's hilarious.
No.
Yes.
I like suicide reports even less. Most of all, there are reports that have multiple parts, like that one that has 2.
2 parts?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the.
Why didn't you hand me the
You
second
give
part?
us the first part.
The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews?
Miss Andrews, she wanted to have a party too?
No. She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Turns out she's also a Redditor,
Oh.
and she has a secret that she's always been trying to hide. A secret. Killing Prince. Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside.
Ms. Andrews? Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. The secret 5th option hiding underneath the table.
True.
What's this about Mrs. Andrews having a dependent nature?
Adrian Andrews' attempted suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts.
And?
And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live.
Fuck, really?
Lost her will? But why would she?
Her pillar of strength. Her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Right, but why would that?
And that's what they call following someone to their grave. After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions.
Womp womp.
She's someone who needs a person in whom she can truly trust absorb. Absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live.
And that's the nature of her dependency on others?
And Celeste Impacts suddenly committed suicide. The world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself.
Then that means her super confident attitude?
It's all a facade.
Ooh, squiggly see.
Wow.
She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
How terrible. That probably
What?
spawned her.
I'd like to wrap up in 2 minutes, so do we want to do it now, or have that be what we return to?
I suppose I'll leave that up to you, if you think we can crack it, and I like the idea of doing it now because of the time pressure.
The problem is, dude, it takes time to think. We gotta give it our proper thought, otherwise we might get something wrong.
That's never been a concern before.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Francisca von Karma.
Miss Von Karma.
What are you doing here?
Well, you know, I'm his lawyer, so
Get some nerve following me around.
following you.
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the murders.
Pearls.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. You're gonna kill him next, aren't you?
Me, following after Scruffy, don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. Little girl.
That's the device that's gonna have the bomb strapped to his chest explode.
I told you to stop saying that in public places, Pearl.
It's true! That's why it's funny.
It's not funny.
Pearl involuntarily
We
has
keep
a
getting
bomb
stopped by
strapped to her
security
chest.
cards.
And that's why I had to get my blood drawn.
An electromagnetic receiver. Affected a tracking device of the detective. Emphasis, I know that fool's every move.
That noise we heard, was this receiver? Feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. That can't be illegal.
Now, let's stop wasting time. picture in Andrews?
Yes.
The same kind of what you just discussed. Understood?
You whipped her?
Did you?
Of
I
course I
don't
did.
quite know if she whipped me or if I whipped her.
No.
I'm-
Oh, please, who's the one with the whip?
What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews. She seems a little dazed because she got relentlessly beat and whipped.
Yeah, and I can't imagine the sweater offers much protection in way of the arms. Yeah, we can save it for next time.
Yo. I've got a 2023 quarter in front of me and like
Bro, it was made this year.
it's got like a face on it I don't recognize.
That's Lizzo.
Oh,
She's on the quarter now instead of George Washington.
makes sense.
Which is
And
really
it's-
funny that she got her face put on the quarter and then got like exposed for being, not a good person.
Dude, and it's got okay, hold on, guys, hear me out. The 2020 quarter had a bat on it, right? COVID.
Right.
This 2023 quarter has Hawaii on it.
Mm.
Pearl Harbor too.
And there was those fires in Hawaii.
Never mind.
Killed like a shit ton of people or something. Conspiracy. More like the truth.
The coin minters are the ones doing
Conspiracy, if you will.
it. And don't worry, you don't even have to ask. We'll do our 1-2 combo.
Oh man.
The make Regina cry button.
Cry about
Combo that straight into the Blue Badger video with Ace. And our 4 wait. Oh, it wasn't 5, it was that we just barely got to 4. Okay, got it.
Damn.
Slime.
Well, this is after they removed like a page or a page and a half or something.
There was a lot
of
evidence.
Again, the Proto Badger just doesn't make sense. And also, I swear to God, the Proto Badger was in Case 4.
Yeah, yes.
No, but like, I remember this guy also being in Case 4.
Goodbyes, I think it was only the little dude on the chief detective's desk. This guy is Rise from the Ashes exclusive, I think. Because they made his head shaped that way for the pot thing. Or no, his head always looked like that. I don't know.
I'm being fucking gaslit. I'm being manipulated.
if you are being gaslit by me, I'm not doing it on purpose.
No, I'm saying this is some sort of fucking like conspiracy. All right, blue bastards out to get me.
You see, just a lot changed between those iterations.
Oh shit.
Good night, Stromer.
Good night, Strummer. I'm just looking at picture chat.
That fucking.
Oh, is this like a Kagura sprite, but you never made Steins Gate 0 pictures because it didn't deserve it? I am a walking cliche.
No. That has to be Kagura.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Maho or some stupid.
Maybe I did on accident, I'm not sure. This one's Maho. The Mozart.
But wouldn't Maho be Salieri?
Oh, and maybe that's Creasy.
Unless that is Salieri, and nobody knows what Salieri looks like, which is kind of the point. I
Nah,
guess.
Salieri, I know what Salieri looks like. I'd recognize him if you showed me a picture. Unless that is Salieri and I'm wrong. That's Mozart. Which Edgeworth also looks like Mozart.
True.
Yeah.
That's honestly true.
So thank goodness your parents called you away. That was a really, really fun trip down memory lane. Don't worry, it wasn't so fun.
It was
that
a
you
weird
should-
part of the. Well, it was a weird part of the script, but I mean,
Yeah.
Any way to segue it to
No, of course.
back to
Yeah,
Steam.
so was the random chimp event, but we all love that.
Oh man. But yeah, okay, so streams are, it's gonna be weird. We gotta find like some day, cause I don't know about Fridays anymore, cause club's kicking back in. We usually did Mondays, but Mondays also no good for me. So we'll figure something out. So there might be a stream either really soon or like around the same-ish time, like the following week. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm back in school now, so it just makes this whole process annoying.
That's the way it be sometimes.
You should just quit, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do this professionally. Yeah. Later, guys.
Bye bye. Have a good night. Finish.
See you next week.
Finish. See you next week.
See you next
Ready?